plays his first game of the season. Ian Holland is back in as well. Right, so excited to introduce the duo. They're back, and guys that are so experienced. They've been to thousands of cricket grounds around the world. Robin Utubali and Blunkett. Robbie, I'll start with you as sort of our guest. Look around this stadium. What stands out?
Well, it's a lovely stadium, isn't it? It's so beautiful. I think it's got there's a very LA-ness about this ground, because when you look back beyond the stands, there's a lot of palm trees out there on both sides, and you can tell that this is built into this place, and you can see the horse stables at the back. So there's a lot of culture here, and I think as time goes and the stands actually come up properly, it's going to be a proper ground, especially for the Olympics.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's the home to some of the biggest sports stars, sports teams, the Dodgers, the Lakers. But the fact that we're playing cricket in LA, we've just been chatting about, it's crazy where you come from, north of England, and all of a sudden you're here doing commentary with you guys in LA. It's fascinating, and we can't wait to see how this first ball comes out on that wicket.
It has a feel like Pearl or Dharamsala with the mountain in the back. Tell me what you think the fans will enjoy, Robbie, about coming to a game here that's unique to maybe some of our other venues.
Well, I think one of the things about this ground is it's very club-esque. It's very like a
character.
Yeah, there's a lot of character to the ground itself. So I think the whole experience will be very different. Outside of that wicket is a beauty. It's a proper square. They've been able to lay it in about 9 or 10 weeks ago. Yeah. It's a real hard wicket. They're going to enjoy the cricket here. They're going to absolutely love it.
Right, we don't want to wait any longer. It is time to enjoy indeed. We'll take in some of the beauty around the Knight Riders ground, and then we'll have action. First, let's pause for the anthem.
National anthem ceremony are the match officials and the two teams. LA Knight Riders, captained by Jason Holder, and Washington Freedom, captained by Steve Smith. Fans, please rise if you are able, and welcome Jamison Kellogg to perform the USA National Anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Yeah, gorgeous rendition. In terms of the sun is out, there's not a cloud in the sky, it's all burnt off from this morning. And so Star Spangled Banner and the anthem of the United States has been done, and we're ready to get play underway. It's, yeah, a few folks coming in through the turnstiles. This is Pomona. This is going to be the scene of LA Olympics, of course, in 2028. At the moment, it's Cognizant Major League Cricket here in Season 4, and the Lexus team standings so far. Unicorns leading the way, Orcas and Super Kings, and the Knight Riders in the top 4. Freedom, you think of all their arsenal and talent, they're languishing at the bottom. They've had a bit of a hit and miss season, win one, lose one, win one, lose one. You think about the LA Lakers, the Knight Riders and the Lakers and the basketball connection, they too have been a little up and down. A roller coaster. Started off with 2 wins and they've had a couple of losses, a couple of beatings. But we're going to have Monroe and we're going to have Fletcher alias the Spice Man, coming out here. And they won the toss. You just zoomed in here for tonight's game. First time ever in Pomona. Brand new pitch, brand new boutique stadium. Interesting, they wanted to bat first, Pommy and Bunga alongside, and the Pomster, I think like everyone else, maybe we thought he'd want to bowl first, given it's so new and untried.
Hello, Danny, and hello to everybody wherever you are. Yeah, fantastic this. Really awesome to turn up at a new place. Having seen many a cricket ground around the world, it's brilliant that you can turn up to one that's absolutely brand new. And yes, Danny, I'd say it's certainly not a conservative choice to win the toss and decide that you're going to bat first on a strip that's going to be used for the very first time. Andre Fletcher and Colin Munro, two seasoned pros, been around for a very long time and have gone really well as far as this season is concerned in getting things started for the Los Angeles Knight Riders. Saram Netravalka swings it around and from the USA, and is potent for them, has been also for the Washington Freedom, and looking to get the ball to swing here, bowling with the breeze going over his left shoulder, so helping that swing against away from the left-handers from where he bowls. So yeah, looking forward to what might unfold here, and happy to be here to christen the Knight Riders cricket ground.
All right, Pomona.
Just about ready to start with the countdown.
We're counting it down. 5, 4, 3, 2,
Rightio, time to rock and roll here with the first one in Pomona. It's brand new surface. It's brand new stadium. First ball. Netravalka. Nice. Bit of carry and bounce in there for our first one up. So let's see.
Yeah, there's a look, a lovely even covering of grass all across the pitch. Brand new, as we will keep saying, at this Knight Riders cricket ground here in Fairplex, Pomona. And everybody looking with great anticipation as to what exactly will happen and how it will play. A ball gone, nothing untoward, yay.
Well said. Pomster, last thing you need is one go along the ground, don't you? Or one through the top. Only had one ball, let's be real. Yeah, first signs are outstanding, both of them. A little bit of bounce.
Yep, decent. Gutsy, as I'll say, not a choice of one sort of looking, oh, let's have a look and bowl first, as you might do. Deciding rather to put runs on the board. And two experienced men out there who will continue to give each other feedback on what might be happening. Bit of bite is probably the signal across to each other after those two deliveries.
Shout, it's nipped back. And it just got a little bit of wood on that. That was maybe the problem there. Bowlers always get excited. So Munro didn't go anywhere searching for it, probing.
You expect that the strings will grip on here. There's a little bit of grass, a nice covering on there, so you hit the seam. We expect there'd be something that would happen. Scrambled, hits it and goes back. Yeah, a bit of height as an issue. The umpires, will say again, have been pretty good. Two that are out there. 1 out of 5 reviews. Brathwaite, who's standing right now, and Rashane Samuels at the other end. Oh, hello.
What do we have? 4 deliveries, and there is pace and bounce, isn't there? It's good carry. It's exactly what you want, so this bodes well. Just seam up, yep, pace on, and look at it just curve a little bit in the air and off the seam a bit. But that is really good carry. No slip in, which is interesting, given that Netravalka's up against Munro and that little bit of movement away from the outside edge. Thought Smith would have won one. Oh yeah, that's bounced over. Another day, that just keeps a bit low and the poles are disturbed.
Yeah, so this is that movement that I'm talking about. Expectation with Netravalka bowling, when he has the seam up, when he does hit the seam, even if it's scrambled, you expect it will go off the straight. Saw one swing away, he was trying to do that, and then that one scrambled, hits and goes back into the lefty. Slip in place now.
About time. Jesus, some gorgeous vista here. Backdrop. We wants one. Gonna hustle for it and keep the strike. So 3 off the first one. Yeah, 3 for none.
Nice start by Netravalka. Lovely ground this. Really nice.
Each team is
A
allowed
good
a
feel to it. Kind of a bowl. Beyond us, you see the mountains there. Lovely view around us.
Yeah, gorgeous scene. That is a backdrop. I think they're going to have to work on this commentary position, though, Pommy. We need to be at the other end. We need to be looking back at there. We're going to look at the horse track instead. So that's us in that little tented area. And swing around even further and racecourse end. Down the leg side, we got Jack Edwards to start from this end.
Foot check standby, it's a no ball. Rashane, it is a no ball.
Oopsie.
I repeat it.
To the no ball. Both are extras, but we prefer the other one, Umps.
Jack lives here.
Keep on walking down.
Oh, well, we're in LA, and this is where things happen, don't they? Hollywood. Free hit time. Yeah, nicely played. Got it in a nice little arc, Munro. So here's a boundary.
The first one ever at the Knight Riders ground. And it comes off a free hit onto that leg side. Fine legs up in the circle and he helps it on its way. Colin Munro, he'll go down into the history books. The one who have done it first. Who hits the first 6 though?
I'm hoping it's the Spice Man. Maybe not. Oh, just shy. One, a little skimmer. One bounce over the boundary cushion. Back-to-back boundaries here for Munro.
Yeah, too short. Easy pickings for the left-handed Munro. Lovely sound off the bat. Able to track it all the way from where it pitches and to send it on its way to that leg side. All of them, the Knight Riders, will be quite curious about how this plays, hoping for a really good start.
Oh, another extra. Yeah, look, just speaking of stats and what's happening is the freedom. Speaking of freedom, from the USA, Rashane Samuels, United States, based in Atlanta, Georgia. And from Barbados, Gregory Brathwaite is also on field. A lot of experience for him. Just going to mention about the freedom in their bowling attack. A bit like this, it's been absolutely moosed in the power play. The first 6 overs, the most expensive bowling attack this season are the Washington Freedom, given Sunday's mauling at the hands of the Unicorns, going at over 11 per over this season. They're up against the best bowling attack in the power play with the Knight Riders, pretty good. They've got to get their act together here, don't they? The Knight Riders have been, well, pretty up and down, but pretty ordinary in the first few seasons of Cognizant MLC. Feel good for Fletcher just to try and get some runs under his belt, but more importantly, give the strike back to Munro, who's going quite well.
So, I mean, you look around here, it's the Knight Riders ground. I'm told that's Mount Boldy. So we're at the Mount Boldy end.
Boldy, not Baldy.
Well, it probably is Boldy, however you pronounce it. Los Angeles Knight Riders obviously takes you to Hollywood. And think of the original Knight Rider. Knight Industries 2000. Michael Knight, the original Knight Rider, right?
Yeah, the car.
Yeah, got to get him here, don't we?
The guy, how was it? Kit. Kit was
Yes,
there, yeah.
Knight
Voice.
Industries 2000. David Hasselhoff.
Oh, another one that zips through. We've had two, finally. None for 15.
Look at the two sides. Kamar Hamilton to the team. Gary Russell. A Holland Edwards and Dorcius.
Yeah, a few changes, indeed. The mixture going round here, and great balance there with a lot of the USA players. This is the Aussie Ben Dorcius. Now that's bounced and spat a bit. That's the way Fletcher played this. And Dorcius is that sort of bowler too. Aussie left arm quick, and he's into the surface. He loves hitting the pitch hard. Loads of experience. Very good numbers, those. T20. Yeah, gone with a seam up. But look at it. Oh, yeah, on the gloves. Well played, Spiceman. Kept it down well, but he's going to have to be watchful, mindful. Oh, there it is. First wicket here at Pomona. And there's a lovely bit of shape back in to get rid of the Spiceman.
Excellent adjustment in the length. Batter might have been bothered about how much bounce there'll be. Decides I'll get right up there and gets a bit of swing as well. Ben Dorcius into the side and straight into the wickets. Gets number one. It's the Spiceman gone for two. Knight Riders 15 for one.
There's been a lot of hard work going to this venue, given the mention what's, well, it seems around the corner, the Olympics, not that far away, just a couple of years. Here's Matthew Tromp. He can hit a big ball, strong young man, plays for the USA. So let's see what he's got, Matt Tromp. Yeah, it's better. On the front foot and getting forward, whereas Fletcher didn't. And you're right, Pom, he was just a little disturbed by that first one that stood up, spat at him, and then he gets this, the second delivery. A little bit of curve, just a fraction with the left arm angle, and it came back in off the seam. See, yeah, he's gone nowhere. Fletcher's gone nowhere with the feet. So what a good start here for Dorcius. Dot, wicket, dot. Good size boundary, particularly out here on that offside of the right-handers. Sand base, so you saw a bit of sand kick up there. Remember, this is brand new. It's going to take a little bit of time to settle in, outfield and the pitch square area.
Yeah, see, with the slide there, you have to be very careful. You see how there are lines in the distance as we go along. It's the turf that's been laid and will take some time to bed in. There, the ground staff. They've all been very busy, and they'd be as nervous as everybody, really, with regard to how this goes and how it will play.
Yeah, 100%. Lovely. Just a hint. That's all it is. A little bit of curve with the new ball, which is only, what, third over. But my word, what a great start here for Ben Dorcius.
And like new shoes, need to be worn in. This pitch, this outfield, this ground, everything around. First go will be this week, and yeah, so looking forward to it.
Oh, and he's just ruined. He's over somewhat. Got two straight into the pads, into the legs of Monroe, and it just slides on for 4. Only 5, but a wicket. 20 for 1 now.
Two straight. And Monroe will continue to collect. Take all they can get. Oh, so upset with himself, Dorcius, because it was the last ball. They've been very good. I was just saying that, Monroe and Fletcher. And so Dorcius has done a big thing, a good thing, in pricing them apart, because the previous 5 partnerships, 94, 70, 58, 53 and 42.
So Netravalka, who's swapped ends from the case in T20. He might just bowl 6 balls, 1 over, and the skipper will just rotate bowlers around. So the batters can't settle in, get accustomed to a bowler from one end or type of bowler be up against. Players just feeling, particularly the batters, just feeling the pitch, and bowlers just feeling out the surface. Spanking brand new here in Pomona. Nice timing, but can't pierce the gap. Matt Tromp. Done himself a mischief, that fella. Yeah, that one there. The old right arm and hand. Ouch. Got the cast on. The pads, I was going to say, searching for another dot ball. Pressure just mounted fractionally at the start of the over for the batting side.
That's okay.
It's also a curious and interesting decision to decide to bat first, because everything's brand new. You're uncertain what your target should be, how many to get, so you're assessing as you go. That's not very easy. 21 for 1, they're going at 6s. No 6 hit as yet, couple of 4s, 3.
Just to reiterate, just 2 men outside, just the 2 fielders allowed inside the first 6 overs. First 36 deliveries, only 2 fielders. One's at backward square on that leg side, Another one at point, which is square of the wicket. So both fielders outside a square of the pitch. That's him there, coming in. So, point position. He's in pretty good nick, Munro, of late, isn't he, in this tournament? Match 2 in Dallas, 64 0 against the Unicorns. Very good surface there. It's been around for a while, Grand Prairie in Dallas, Texas. And batters like it here in Dallas. Faf du Plessis always saying, I'd like to bat here every night of the week. Very greedy, Faf, but very good. It's that lovely length.
Yeah, must say, I just saw in the background then when we saw the shot, and going back in the archives of old Grand Prairie Stadium. We've just come from Oakland, San Francisco Unicorns and Texas Super Kings. Loving the fact that we're here at the Knight Riders ground, and another franchise gets a home ground. It feels like progress.
Yeah, well put, Pom. There's progress key. Good progress. It's a very good surface. Long way down to reach and do is that Edwards. So squeeze through, 23 for 1.
$23 for 1. New man at 3 today for the Knight Riders, who made 3 changes. Unmuk Chan not playing. And at the Knight Riders ground, they will be so excited. Dorcius. 2 overs left in the Lexus power play for these 2 and those to come to maximize. But nice to see the start here, Liam Plunkett. First ever game being played at this venue, history.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful cricket ground. It could be anywhere, Caribbean, New Zealand, an outground in Australia, but it started nice, mate. It's the first time they've used it, and it looks like a good cricket wicket.
Just looking around, Plunks, it has the feel of like a Pearl with the mountain, or maybe Dharamshala. I love the open nature of it and the breeze that's coming in. Perfect weather, and the palm trees give it character.
Yeah, that's the difference from last week at the Auckland Coliseum. Obviously, huge stadium, massive capacity, and then you come here, it feels like you can breathe a little bit. Obviously, that wind coming through the stadium. And yeah, to your point, we could be anywhere, and it's such a beautiful, beautiful venue, and the cricket started off perfect.
There's a deep fine leg as well as the deep point. Nice bounce.
It feels to me, it feels like in England when you play at a county ground, they have like an outground, kind of that feel where the wicket's not rapid, it's not too quick, but it's enough in it for the bowlers, enough in it for the batsmen that they can put their hands through it. The bounce is not too uneven. It looks like it's a good cricket wicket, and that's what we want here, to put a good score on the board. Options for batters to get runs and bowlers to get wickets.
Needed a release, did Trump. Didn't quite middle it, but good to see the intent. He's only, what, 5 off 10 now, but he's not tried to be circumspect. He's playing his natural way, which is to be quite fearless and aggressive, hence he's batting at 3.
Yeah, just back of the length, tiny bit of bounce. The right shot to play, just didn't get quite the timing of it. He got away with it, a couple of runs to the board, but yeah, he'd be looking to put his hands through it. He's an aggressive player, and obviously as a USA player, it'd be great to see this youngster get some runs on the board today.
Deep third now goes to deep point with the deep square. Change of pace. from Dorsh's on Cognizant MLC debut.
Beautiful start there. Great mix-up. Played around the world now. Very savvy cricketer. Turned himself into a good all-rounder. It looked like it was a slow ball out the front of the hand because the seam was perfectly up straight. Very good disguise and obviously deceived Trump. Excellent bowling.
Amazing how much bowlers have evolved now with the changes of pace, trying to continuously fox batters. Nice carry on that one as well. 27 for 1.
Another beautiful delivery there. Good bounce. I think a bit uneven. It's the first time we've seen it where it's bounced a little bit. Something in there definitely for the bowlers.
Freedom team that have made 3 changes. No Lockie Ferguson, no Jansen. Mila Pons also going out. They've been the most expensive bowling unit in the tournament and have taken the least wickets, so you can understand why the thinking. This is a big over, folks, in the Lexus power play to end. Jack Edwards. Steve Smith will be so pleased that inside 5.1 overs, they've conceded 3 boundaries.
Yeah, excellent start in terms of discipline from Netravalka and the other seamers here. Excellent start here. We're just looking at this Washington Freedom line. A couple of changes today. Doris makes his debut. Holland comes back in, and that's another. Obviously, they've got the other players who are doing really well. Andrews House in form. Chowdhury, who's been smoking it in game wickets. So it's a very strong team. They'll be looking to put a win on the board here.
Heard M. Pomelo talking about the decision to bat first. It would have been a tough one because the Knight Riders have had 2 run chases where they've collapsed under the pressure, and they've won their game batting first here. But it is a new venue, and they have a relatively new batting lineup. So that in itself is a challenge in foreign conditions to set a total.
I just think they're backing with their experience and their class in that batting lineup. It's like, listen, guys, we've done this before. You've been in this position. You got to step up and knock this off and win games.
Just can't connect, can't make contact. Matthew Trump is trying. So much power in this lineup. Hamilton in today. He's quite prolific. Then Rodman, Powell, Russell, Holder. That would be the engine room. They don't want to leave too much work, though, for them to do, like happened in the chases. Finally gets one out the middle. First maximum at Knight Riders cricket ground.
That's one of his strengths. A good shot, wasn't fully controlled, but good direction, fine legs up, so it's a safe shot, a thick edge. But I think this one, he got a decent piece of it. A good bouncer, good line, under that left armpit, but he get a good piece of it, and it's 6 runs, which is definitely needed for the Knight Riders.
That is huge. That's the first one outside of the Knight Riders cricket ground.
Very talented youngster. Short ball previously, put that away. This time he showed some intent, came down the wicket to a slow ball and slapped it over where long off would be. A little shimmy down the pitch, full swing, middle of the bat, outstanding shot. A big hit for 90 metres from the youngster. Excellent strike.
Close to 300 feet, and as they say in the Caribbean, Liam, bring balls. Amazing how quickly things can change, and it's why it's such an important over. Because even though when teams are going slowly, they always want to maximize that 6th and final over and fly into the middle.
Now it doesn't look too bad. one delivery left and they're 40 for 1. That's not too bad a power play. We've just seen this highlight again here. It was like a slow ball, out of his finger and thumb, but he met it. He created that pace by running down the wicket, full swing, middle of the bat, excellent shot.
Deep point, deep square. It's length. Nice finish to the over. 40 for 1 after the Lexus power play.
Planes flying in over the Knight Riders ground over here. But good start. I think it's kind of even here, especially on a wicket that no one's played on. I think the Knight Riders will be happy after they came back in that last over. They've got 40 for 1. They've got something to build on now. Munro's set 18 off 16. Trump set 17 off 17. Hopefully they can move forward with this score and get some runs now.
Lovely crowd has come in. Of course, early days, we've got a full week of action and double headers on the weekend, so come in. Close to 10,000 tickets sold as well. Everyone wants to get a piece of the action, witness history for the first time. Better were a piece today, bowled the first ball. That was amazing. Mitch Owen. And expensive in 2026. And as all of the bowlers have been. 5 feeders outside the circle now. Starts wide.
Yeah, big contrast. Last year he picked up lots of wickets. Obviously he looked strong with the bat in cases. This year he struggled with the ball, but outstanding with the bat. Good all-round cricketer. It's going to be interesting when he puts his game together and he can do both like some of the best all-rounders in the world. So hopefully the Freedom want him to come to the party with both parts of his game. You look at this extra bounce in the power play, the Hawkeye. We just see the ball is lifting a little bit tennis ball-y, trampoliny. So it's quite hard for the batter to line that up to execute boundaries from that. But also it's been in good areas. The balls have bowled hard length, hitting that pitch, which might have given that extra bounce as well. So it's not too easy for the batting team, but the balls are getting some joy from that pitch, the heavy length pitch.
And safely. Even there, you just saw a slight shuffle from Trump, trying to put the bowler off. Next power play, action-packed.
An early start here with the guys getting off to a decent start. Munro is always dangerous, but then we had a beautiful in-swinging delivery which cleaned up the Spiceman. Trump has played some aggressive shots here, got away with a few big sixes, but he looks in good form. He'll be looking to kick on here for the remainder of this innings.
Placement for a couple. We saw a glimpse of Mitch Owens, probably the all-round cricketer he can be last season, when he took 14 wickets and had over the 300 runs. He's gone past his runs tally last season. Wicket list so far, 14 runs and over. So as you said, still trying to find the best mix, marriage of the two disciplines. Not easy. We're all around the right plunks. Batted at what, 4 once? He switched the angle to come around the wicket and go wide. That is a superb catch from Steve Smith. Swirling in the wind. Had to judge where the boundary rope was as well.
Well, that's his first wicket, mate. You just said he hasn't taken a wicket, but that's a crucial wicket here.
Just send it upstairs, lads. We'll have a quick look at this, please. Just send it upstairs,
The ball
please.
looked like it was sailing over that tent, the pavilion, or the
TV
stand
umpire
there with the
director,
VIP,
we've got a review
but
for
it
a
came
fair
back,
catch.
the wind took it
Fair
back, and that was an
delivery. Can we go to
outstanding
the vet
catch.
for you with a catch, please?
Just want to be absolutely sure, Paul Wilson.
At the moment, it looks like he hasn't touched the Toblerone. Can we get another angle there, please? Okay, great, thank you. Just slow it down, thank you, thank you. Wait for his left foot, it comes down, I think, inside the Toblerone. Keep running it, please. Okay, the catch is completed and the movement's completed. That's a fair catch. I've got my decision to the big screen.
As we say, in NFL, obviously, the great movies, the game's made of inches, and that was today. Such a couple of inches from being a 6, but it was an outstanding catch, well judged by Steve Smith. Matthew Trump goes for 21. Good innings, but Knight Riders are 46 for 2.
Jamar Hamilton played a couple formats for the West Indies back in 2019 and 2021. Making the switch from the Unicorns, played a couple games for them last season. 31 not out in towards the back end of the season. Comes in with some good regional form for the Leeward Islands.
Bit of a shady appeal, hitting the thigh pad. Here we go, that wicket. It was an off-cutter. It was there to be hit. It was actually a really good delivery. He made him reach for that, which made him hit kind of the toe end, middle bat. Didn't get a full contact of it. And it was a great catch by Steve Smith. Very safe hands and an outstanding wicket for the Freedom.
Something there to notice, folks. Saw it on the last replay. Smith just touches the boundary rope before he actually takes the catch. I think just to tell him where exactly it was and how close he was to it, without having to look down and then take his focus off the ball. Brilliant. Eventful over, 48 for 2. And just look at the right foot, touches it there, and then comes off of it. Without having to look down and see where his foot was, knew exactly where it was. That's less than a foot, that's millimeters.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like a goalkeeper in soccer, knowing where the posts are either side. Outstanding catch from Unikill. I've not seen too many people do that. Kicking that boundary rope, giving himself the distance.
Cricket in LA brings out the best of the best, and the young folks are excited to see it. The academy, the young bloods are out to see cricket in the LA for the very first time. Talk to me about the academy itself.
It's a local academy since 2021, and we have like over 30 players, and most of them are like young boys under 20. And yeah, we play every Saturday. We have our own ground, and our players, they're also playing for big leagues in San Diego. They're playing for the San Diego teams, and they're playing on also like Division 1 teams in San Diego leagues. And we also have our local academy that plays every Sunday, and we usually like focus on the young talent, so they play, and we train with them like 2-3 times a week as well. So yeah, they're doing pretty good.
Yeah, you talk about young talent. Brilliant diving stop we saw. My man, you're a young talent yourself. Where are you headed, and what do you do?
I'm an off-spin bowler and batter. I'm a good all-rounder. My favorite player is Sunil Narain. Would love to meet him. And yeah.
How cool is it to see Major League Cricket here in Pomona for the very first time?
It's really fun. My first match, and being on the screen, really fun, really excited. Yeah, and really fun to see all the big players here. Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, I tell you what, the big players are going out about it. Everyone's got LA caps on, except for a couple. You, my man, you've got the Washington flag, you've got the Washington hat. Why have you gone against the grain here?
I like Washington better because they have a lot of great players, and I just like them overall.
Well, there you go. Maybe in Los Angeles, maybe in Pomona, but still some Freedom fans around. The young talent enjoying the best of the best out here in LA.
And I see they have the Afghanistan flag on. I'm looking for another Noor Ahmad. An American Noor Ahmad or Rashid Khan. They've dominated the Cognizant MLC. Maybe we get some wrist spin from one of them soon. The young bloods. I don't know how to describe that. Wild and chaotic.
Explain. It's great to see people with energy watching cricket, mate. Obviously the crowd's filling up here. I think it's going to get busier as the night fills in. Ian Holland onto ball. Normally picks up a couple here with his variations, so they'll be hoping he breaks this early partnership. He's normally good at that, a cotton ball, something different. So hopefully he can break this partnership early.
Our camera operators who work so hard to get this ready for you guys so you can have these pictures, they've got the best view in the house from up top. They deserve it. If you guys know the hours that our crew has put in, traveling, driving all the way from Auckland, they are the heroes. They're the real heroes that make this possible. Over filled with slower deliveries, quite typical for Ian Holland. Well fielded by Nat Travalka. Another tight one, 52 for 2.
What a real honor it is to be here. Special day for American cricket, special day as we continue to build this new frontier for our great game across the United States. Mitch Owen back for his second. Jamar Hamilton into the side, in at number 4, promoted up the order. Got the pleasure of having Robin at tap as company as well. Robin, good evening. Pretty special to be here tonight.
Good evening, Lenny. It is a fantastic ground, isn't it? Very beautiful, very American. The stables in the far ground. Should be a wide. But yeah, it's a very different ground, and it has a unique feel to it. The previous over, Mitch Owen went wide of the crease in the first couple of deliveries, and then came around the wicket and bowled wide, same angle. Then Steve Smith there, taking catches like only he can.
Very cleverly took the pace off as well. Chipped in the air and not quite going to carry. We're going to see that a little bit throughout this week. A few false strokes as the batters learn the surface. It's just about 10 weeks old, 3 months after the ground was broken on this venue.
Cross seam delivery. Kind of felt it hit the seam and stuck mid-round just a touch.
Thuds into the pad. Yeah, it's a special achievement that they've completed here. The LA Knight Riders working very closely with Major League Cricket and also the Fairplex team here in Pomona. This venue here, 540 acres, has hosted the LA County Fair dating all the way back to 1922. Only missing it on the very odd occasion, World War II and the COVID pandemic. But the team that have done such a job. Oh, big swing and a miss. Continue to pound away at a good length. Done the most incredible job. On your screen there, Dave Agnew, the head groundsman at Grand Prairie. Next to him, Damien Hoff, the man who's overseeing this project in the lane of the 8 pitches in the middle. He's just... There's also see Todd Heinrich there, Ben Emery. First 3 names I gave you all from South Australia. Ben from Essex, Work very closely with the Land Tech team and Turf Solutions to make this place possible. Chipped in the air. Is it going to carry? Maybe just. And put down. Good effort from Dorhus in the deep. Could this have been taken?
Yeah, he came down a long way, didn't he? That's the long side of the ground as well, against the breeze. Again, it's just the kind of wicket where it's just popping up a little bit, try to whip it. Still trying to adjust to the bounce over here. Did a great job to get to the ball. Fortunately, not watching it right to the end and just grassing it. Good cricket all round. It's been interesting to watch this game. You can tell that the wickets are slightly fresh. So the batters have a little work to do on this kind of a track.
Really good over, just 4 runs coming from it. As the Freedom keeping it tight. 56 for 2. Glorious sights. Just about 2 months ago, you wouldn't believe it, Robin, up on these mountaintops here, there was actually still snow. Quite a lot of snow coming across from the San Bernardino Valley. If you keep going out there, you get to the Joshua Tree National Park, one of the most famous national parks anywhere in California, indeed in America. Glorious part of the world. What do you reckon, mate? Where does this stand in the pantheon of beautiful cricket grounds of the world?
Well, it's right up there. I have to give credit to the Knight Rider family. They've done such an incredible job. And inside out, up in the air, but didn't middle it very well. We'll get 2 for it. Knight Riders family have done a fantastic job in getting this ground up and running in, what, under 2 years?
Yeah, miles under that, really. They started the discussions with the Fairplex about 2 years ago. You're spot on in that capacity, but in terms of the actual project, Ian Holland's into the attack for the second over of his spell. They actually only broke ground at the end of March. So to complete all this in 12 weeks, staggering, to be honest with you. 32,000 metric tons of earth they moved. And they had to move that earth because initially when this land was here, it was the top end of the old race course. So if you see there, that bank where that bannering is on, Robin, about 10 foot they've had to take out to give a perfectly level playing surface, just 1 degree across it now. ICC standardised boundaries, 6 floodlights that'll kick into full effect in the 2nd edition. This goes straight up. Ian Holland comes around and holds on. Good reward for Ian Holland. Clever piece of bowling, and the 3rd wicket falls.
Yeah, short again, slightly back over length, sitting up again. Most of the batters trying to play. Bit of a leg cut bounce to that one. Leg side of the ball, and he's trying to pull the ball. Oh, it's not going to go much else. But it was right up there in the square itself. Jamar Hamilton goes for 5. They are 58 for 3 now.
And the players will take a drink. Yeah, beautiful scene. Both of these sides choosing to make plenty of changes today. And for the LA Knight Riders, looking forward to seeing how Nitish Kumar goes when he comes in. Gary Russell back in too. And for the Freedom, well, a great call to get Ian Holland back into the attack because he's into the wickets. Jack Edwards came back in alongside Dorshus for the first time this season. They're the 3 wicket takers, Mitchell Owen in between them. Gonna look at the highlights here, Robin, and a really promising start for the bowling side. That was the first boundary ever cricketing history at this ground. It was followed up by a much more powerful one, but then a beauty from Dorhus, just Came in a touch, prompt promoted up the order, showed his potential, including back-to-back maximums.
And that's how he got out. Ball a long way up in the air, but Steve Smith did so well to be just inches inside the boundary line there. And the last wicket fall is Hamilton.
And you'd imagine at the halfway stage, or approaching the halfway stage of this Lexus team standings, that it will be the Freedom, who are bottom of the table, remarkably. First time they've ever done that in their history of Cognizant MLC. Remember, first and third across the 3 seasons. They've finished, they've always been in the playoffs. And Ricky Ponting's men, well, they need to turn things around because they've actually played half their matches as well. Today feels like such an important contest for them in particular. Very hard to know what a competitive total will be, given it's the first ever cricket played at this beautiful venue. But there's such a charm, isn't there, to the full complex. 540 acres in total. All the concession stalls in to your right there. Hospitality underneath us. I'm not sure there are many prettier grounds that you'd ever like to see than this one. Going to be a fitting host.
I have maybe the most special guest in the house tonight, Mr. Meta World Peace. He's got it on the back of the jersey. Absolutely. There you go, World Peace straight on the back. Fresh off of ceremonial first ball. Yes. How are you enjoying cricket for the first time in Pomona?
It's great. I mean, we heard about cricket. It's a game that came from the UK, but really took off in India. I got my first ever ball signed. So the first ever memorabilia from LA. And then also my name is an Indian name. I got my name based off the Indian culture. So it's just a lot of synergy here and a great sport.
Well, you talk about the merch that you've got. We saw you bowl the ceremonial first ball. How'd that feel? Your body feel good about that?
Yeah, you know, my body felt great. I know I had to keep this arm slightly bent. This one stayed straight, and they went simultaneously. And hey, it was a great pitch. I think I might play. I might try to play professional cricket.
Play exclusive for everybody. Meta World Peace is going to play in Major League Cricket. You want to bat or you want to bowl? I know you just bowled, but I feel like with the bat, you've got the levers. You got it.
The least amount of running would be the position. Which position is that?
You got to do a little bit of everything. If you see the batters, they have to cross back and forth when they run. Even when the fast bowlers, he's going right now, he's got to run into the crease as well. So a bit of running everywhere.
Well, I'll just look at my Apple Watch, right? And whoever runs the least, that's where I want to be at. You understand? The least amount of steps as possible.
All right, for the stats, guys, whoever has the least amount, that's where you're going to have to go. But talk to me about the vibe, the crowd. Everyone's come out in their purple and gold. How great is that?
It's great. I mean, purple and gold is a great color. So great job, LA Knight Riders. I mean, the fans is into it. It's the first inaugural game here in Los Angeles. And I think people should play all sports. And it's great to have cricket in America because now there's another option for you to play more sports.
Talk to me about cricket coming to the States and how cool that's been to be a part of that journey.
I mean, it's been great. You know, I got hit up because I have a firm called artistmanagementgroup.com. And then as I'm getting into business, people thought it would be great to come here, connect. And now I'm interested in having further conversations because this sport is going to grow. You know, and entering into America is exciting. It's a little more fast-paced than baseball, very different. Now I see it's very different than baseball, but it definitely has legs.
Beautiful. Well, okay, I need to see this bowling style here. So show me the action. What have you learned? Let me see it right here.
So I'm going to put it on the seams so it goes faster. It has to go in the seams if you want it to go faster. And when you're pitching, it's almost like a spring. So you want to give yourself a little bit of space, maybe like 100 feet, 50 feet to run up to the mound. And as I'm about to bowl, you don't know where I'm going to release it, and that's the key. You don't know how fast I'm going to throw it. You don't know where I'm going to release it. I'll be a hell of a pitcher. I'll be a hell of a bowler.
Ah, there it is, bowler. That's the right word as well. Olympics at this venue. How excited are you for that in 2028?
I'm definitely there. Hopefully I get an invite, right?
But you'll be playing probably, won't you?
Potentially, I'll try out. Maybe I'll make it, but hopefully I get an invite. And for the Olympics, LA 28, cricket is going to take off.
Cricket is going to take off. You yourself played pro basketball, won a championship with the LA Lakers. I'm a Celtics fan, so kind of upset with you for that one. But talk to me about how you feel cricket can kind of come into the U.S. sports scene like basketball has.
I think it's great. I think it's a different sport. I think sports is taking over, and I think cricket it gives people something else to do, and it's really engaging. I got to imagine it's taxing standing up for 3.5 hours, and sometimes people make a mistake that just because it's not basketball or soccer, that it's not a sport. That's not true. When you play golf and you're walking 18 holes, that's difficult. So anything where you're on your feet, that's a really difficult sport.
So I see the Knight Riders shirts are on. Who signed the ball for you? Who is that on there?
The #1 cricket player ever.
Ever?
You have to guess who it is.
It says 47, it says champion. It can only be one name. It's got to be DJ Bravo, isn't it?
Yeah, more followers than LeBron.
More followers than LeBron, DJ Bravo.
No, this is not DJ Bravo. This is the best player, not the DJ. Is DJ Bravo is the actual player?
He is the actual player. Dwayne Bravo. His name is DJ Bravo.
Okay, I thought you were DJ. I'm like, DJ. We got some music, yes, and then we also have the same taste because he has a champion song he made after he won a championship, and I have a song I made after I won a championship, and it says champion, so we have a lot in common.
A lot in common and a brilliant athletic play in common with you the way you play. We'll send it back upstairs.
And we've just seen a wicket with the Meta World Peace talking to us. It's a Cognizant clutch catch, this one. Steve Smith, who dropped 3 up at the Oakland Coliseum, holds on to a specky, really well held, diving to his left. Magnificent effort. It ends Munro's stay at the crease, who really struggled out there. Just 25 for him, and the Knight Riders in a spot of bother, 62 for 4. Jason Holder to the crease, a captain who maybe somewhat surprisingly chose to bat first. I think everyone expected, including Steve Smith, his opposite number for the side that won the toss to bowl first, but the hometown captain saw it different. He's going to have to dig his side out of a bit of trouble. He's got Rodman Powell, his fellow West Indies international, with him at the crease. We've just been treated to a fantastic interview with Meta World Peace there, the 17-season veteran of the NBA, champion in 2010 with the LA Lakers, part of the All-Star team in 2004, and then he finished his career back at the Knicks in his home city. Nearly chops on. End of the 11th. It is 62 for 4. Robin, how cool is it to have a bona fide NBA legend here on the opening nights?
Yeah, it's very cool. Ron Artest, formerly Ron Artest, Meta World Peace. Was quite the character in the NBA. Was a defensive player, played very aggressively. Someone was was instrumental in Lakers winning a championship.
Well, isn't it a thing of beauty? The 5th ground in the history of Cognizant MLC to host games, and gives the LA Knight Riders a new home here just east of Los Angeles. And as you can understand, there's one man in serious demand. Enjoyed his understanding of DJ Bravo only as Dwayne Bravo, giving him his full name. But I tell you one thing, he's not a bad DJ either. Spins out a few tunes, including that famous champion song. Here comes Mitchell Owen for his 3rd over. Knight Riders in real trouble here, Robin. After a difficult time of things for Steve Smith up in the Coliseum with the 3 drops, 2 today, and a really good catch held there.
Yeah, 2 good catches today from Steve Smith. One at the boundary line of Trump, and this one nicely across. Always been a very safe pair of hands. Slow delivery into the pitch. Tennis ball bounce there.
What will Jason Holder be thinking right now? He's the one who decided to have a bat first. He's come to the crease because of this. Another one that I think is a leg cutter balled into the surface.
Yeah, it was a leg cutter bowled into the pitch, so kind of sitting up here. You can expect it from a wicket that is brand new. It's going to be two-paced. I think Jason Holder will be thinking, be good if we can get ourselves up to about 140, 150. They can get that kind of a score, anywhere between 135 and 150, can give themselves a fighting chance in this game.
Yeah, I think you're spot on. I think 140 from here would actually be a pretty good effort. They'll need to go at exactly 9 and over from here to get up to that 140 marker. Just down the leg side, we've got a really good crowd too on the opening night. Looks like about 3,000 in. The hospitality boxes are full as well. If you want to come along and be part of it, we've got 6 more matches. Tomorrow and Friday here in Pomona, we'll have single headers. They'll start at 6:30 p.m. local time. And then on Saturday and Sunday, we'll have double headers, including Saturday, Robin, 4th of July, Independence Day for the 250th anniversary. It's going to be a great celebration. What better way to enjoy it than watching some MLC? Is it your first 4th of July here in America for it?
It's my 48th 4th of July, but in America, yes, my first one.
Wait till you see the fireworks and the celebrations and the pageantry. You'll see plenty of American flags flying. It's a special one this year too, because it's the 250th anniversary, celebrating the independence of the nation since 1776. Great to see all the purple and gold too. I like the way that Meta World Peace said that. He said it's a good colour for an LA team, understandably with him being a former Lakers player.
There used to be more gold and purple. The Lakers, home and away, were more gold and purple. Yeah, it's the right idea here. Coming inside the line of the ball is more important than staying outside of it. We've seen batters who stayed outside the line of the ball and have gotten out. The last couple being Trump and Colin Munro. Here, see skipper coming inside the line to try and manipulate the field a little bit. That's a good ploy. It's a good ploy on a wicket that has bounce actually, especially tennis ball kind of bounce. You want to stay inside the line of the ball.
I think to add to that, Robin, the bowlers have adjusted to the conditions really well and very quickly, making it difficult for all the batters at the crease. End of the 12th. Knight Riders need to go some. It's 65 for 4.
Sun setting on the opening day of action at the Knight Riders cricket ground. Last 5 overs have only produced 17 runs and they've lost 2 wickets. Steve Smith thinks it's a good time to get Saurabh and Chavalkar back into the attack. Just starts with a bit of dexterity from Jason Holder. It's a good time to get Danny Morrison. Always a good time to get him into the attack.
Well, there's a bit of positivity. You're an LA Knight Riders fan. Given that you mentioned it, Nickel, they need a bit of this. Timing and racing across the outfield. Petrovalkia has been miserly in terms of giving away runs. Yeah, it tells a story. They've been under the pump here, Knight Riders, in this very first match at Pomona.
Hasn't got this one. Could hear the grunt of frustration. Knight Riders captain departs.
Yes, just what he wanted. Captain Smith of the Freedom out of Washington. And just a little cross seamer. Not quite there, and you mentioned the groan of Captain Holder, caught by his opposite. Stephen Smith with a wonderful pair of hands. The end of the big fella, all 6'7" of him. Just for 5, and now, well, it's a messy position. It's 69 for 5 here.
Knight Riders never beaten the Washington Freedom. Third time as well against this team. They're 5 down before they reach 70. Batting struggles continue, so Andrew Russell now walks to the middle. Prolific with the ball, but hasn't found his best in the runs column yet. Tells you about bowling in partnerships, because they would have identified this over, the 2 in the middle, as the one that maybe they target to get the pressure off.
Normally so good there, that sort of arc he likes to go over. Clear, long off or long on. Holder, I mentioned he's 6'7", that extra reach. Not this evening.
They were 40 for 1 after the power play, Danny, and it's the same problem as the last 2 games. Every time they sort of start getting set in the middle, they lose a wicket and have to start over. No one has really been able to get deep into the innings and be fluent. It's the build-up of pressure, and hence they're scoring at 5.5 runs and over. Fortunately for, oh no, not. Nikhil Chowdhury did well in the end. You could see he was surprised. It is a calamity for the LA Knight Riders at home.
It certainly is. Just lost one of their big guns, their other West Indian big one. Holder one of those. Powell at the other end, and now Andre Russell, who's replaced his captain, going back for an early shower. A little bit of a stumble there with the new outfield, understandably so. It's recently turfed here at Pomona. Gone for a blob. Big duck for Dre Russ. Even messier. It's 69 for 6 here.
$23 runs for 5 wickets. In trouble for the Knight Riders, and Sunil Narayan, who's batted at 4, couple of times this season, walks in. They need a heroic effort. The two West Indians in the middle. Slow short ball to start. And the eyes. 69 for 6.
Andre Russ again going to one of those favoured areas of his. Not the timing, not the connection, but I tell you what, Nikhil Chowdhury is a good grab.
Seven overs remaining. Not a single over of spin bowled. 5 pacers used by the Freedom. And Holland continues. More pace. That sounded good. Is good.
Well done, Rovers. Former captain of the West Indies. Ow. They wanted to go for a bit of shape there, Ian Holland. A little bit too full. In the arc for Rovman Powell.
Right, now folks, Cognizant MLC is the gift that keeps on giving. We know that, right? See this man here? He doesn't stop giving us moments. What goes through your mind at the toss today? What is that? Shane Watson in the back left is shocked.
Too much paraphernalia out there, you see. It's weighing me down. Not as tall and big as you see. I had to get rid of that. Too much happening. Shane Watson, there he is in the back. The old Aussie all-rounder going, what is going on?
Nice expensive MLC card we've made for Danny. He just throws it away. Rovman Powell has stepped on the accelerator now in this over. They need a fight back.
Yeah, this is a good over. Started with a boundary, then throwing the wides, the extra delivery. Bit of seam up there, but yeah, the line too comfortable. Rovers, powerful Jamaican.
Have something to cheer about, the fans that is. It's quite smart now, Danny. He'll want majority of the strike for these next 6 and some overs.
Claude Monet painting. Gorgeous. The sun's starting to set here in California. Go on about sunsets here in this part of the world. Yeah, stunned. Oh.
It's the terrain that does it for me, Danny. The trees. Absolutely love the trees. Narayan will join in on the fun for 1.
Yeah, that's his zone. Very good there. Ball's quite full. Just to go downtown and go large. Now that West Indian connection, so important here for the LA Knight Riders. Star quality of West Indians within their franchise. Get their act together and do well.
81 for 6.
Cricket in LA is so exciting for so many people, but especially these three SoCal girls right here. What's your name, where you're from, and what do you do?
I'm Vrishti, and I'm from Orange County, and I play for Next Gen.
I'm Saruthi, I'm from San Diego, and I'm a left-arm bowler.
I'm Shreya, and I'm from San Diego, and I'm a batter.
And I heard it took a while for you guys to come here to this amazing ground. How long did it take for you to come here today?
It took me like 2 hours.
It took us 100 miles, so around.
Yeah, 100 miles and 2 hours almost. There's no doubt that this ground isn't absolutely worth it. How excited are you guys that this is going to be the host ground for the LA28 Olympics?
I think it's really cool to see like cricket expanding in the U.S. and like seeing so many more opportunities and more like games happening. So I think I'm really excited for it to grow.
Yeah, and I'm a Bay Area girl. I'm a little bit jealous that these girls get to call this ground their home, but really excited for them, and hopefully we can all play cricket here one day.
Nico, we need to see you playing a bit. When are we going to see that? I want to see the wicketkeeper for the USA, Danny, your daughter.
Very talented young lady. Still a teen. Incredible. Getting this opportunity. Kolan, very good.
They're from SoCal, Danny. You know what SoCal?
In San Francisco.
Oh, South California, I think.
Oh, South Cal, you said, sorry.
SoCal.
Another bit of music, style of music, like a soca.
That hit the bottom of Rodman Powell's bat, the toe. Otherwise, I think it would have cleared the rope quite easily.
Yeah, first ball disappearing, so Edwards under pressure. They'll know that, feeling the pressure. Edwards, another big tall Aussie. Look out for Rodman Powell when he is in the groove.
Almost predict, Danny, that pretty much every ball they're going to pace off. The freedom. One thing to know is coming. You've got to play it as well.
Vitamin D factor here in Pomona. So, decent little crowd on that side because they're sheltered from the sun in those stands and that pocket there. Gorgeous.
Powell's got to be really intelligent about this situation, Danny and folks. We were there in Oakland when MI New York defended 144 against the Knight Riders. So it's possible. If you can fight your way, 10 and over from here gets you to 140. Narain is at the crease. Van Skalvik is an all-rounder. So you know that it's been done before. There's evidence there. How do you structure it to get to 140 is the real question.
Chuckle here. He's swinging so fast and hard as Rodman Powell. The pitch is not quite conducive. You've got to understand that because it's new. It's freshly laid a while ago and it needs time to embed. At the moment, Powell's just finding it a little tricky. 6-2 and then 3 dot balls. Not scored off, so there's 1 to go. This is a key delivery in the contest. He doesn't want to get out now, Rodman, but he'd probably quite like to get the strike as well and just keep flowing.
90 for 6.
Los Angeles, get ready. The Knights are coming home. A new season, a new chapter. The same Knight Rider spirit.
Two teams today at the bottom of the table. Danny, the Knight Riders have never won more than 2 games in a season. They won the first 2, as we see on the Lexus point standing, and I thought surely they'd get past it. Since then, they've lost the last 2.
Yeah, big comments from Jason Hollis. Said, well, look, why not go all the way? Let's win it. Started confidently. 2 from 2, weren't they? And Dallas and loving it. Since we've moved, slim pickings for them.
And yes, they didn't have the benefit of seeing the Freedom bat on it, but they would have seen what the Freedom bowlers are doing, the Knight Riders. If the batters can get them to 135, 140, they are well aware of how to bowl on this surface. It seems like a lot of changes of pace working.
It's different now for Owen because he's up against the left-handed Sunil Narayan who's got back on strike. Owen will like this. He'll back himself, see if he can knock him over. And that's what I was looking for from Owen. It's a little cutter, so he runs his fingers down the side of the ball, doesn't arrive, and also can keep a little low when you don't hit the seam and skids off the quarter seam, the leather face, as it were. Watch this. Watch his wrists. Go and just skid and dies. Ooh, not that far away from off peg.
It's far away from his bat. It wasn't close to it. Would you believe it? That has been taken. It traveled like flash to Dwarshuis. Made it look so easy.
Yes, what a missile. He got it clean. Old Sunil Narayan, he's been made to walk around the Freedom players are celebrating. Get out of the way, Sunil. Get back to the dressing room, champ. A good chunk of it. Flying away in Dwarshuis. The safe pair of mitts. Very good grab here in LA. Geez, we love it in this neck of the woods. End of Narayan, but not many folks. He's gone for a single. It's 91 for 7.
$91 for 7. Keep saying it. They were 46 for 1. Another collapse with the bat for the team in yellow, in gold and purple. And Mitch Owen, who, as Van Scatvic comes to the middle, capable batter. Mitch Owen had gone at 14 runs and over, folks, in the first half of the season. Wicketless, 2 for 15 in 3.5. Give him another one. Height and bounce working. And a lull here at the Knight Riders ground.
Bad luck, Shadley, even Skulkvake. Just demonstrating there the extra bounce here. And oh yeah, that's good. Tall man, Mitch Owen, 6'5". The surface, this one. So he's on a hat trick now. He's got 2 from 2. There's big Mitch Owen. End of Van Skulkvake for a golden duck. It's now 8 down for 91.
Kartik Gatepally today. Left arm spinner, played just the 1 game this season. Trip to our 5th destination in the Cognizant MLC hasn't gone well for the Knight Riders. Danny 10 for 50 a couple of games ago. 10 wickets for 50 runs. Then they lost 8 for 92 against the Unicorns. Now here they are, the Knight Riders, on a hat trick. A shot that Danny Morrison's very familiar with.
Oh, I love a bit of fresh air. Nice this. Skogvik, afraid so. Pretty right, really. Got him behind it in there, but just the angle of the blade is an extra bounce. That's the undoing. Yeah, absolutely, Mitch. Cracking delivery. Big fella.
They'll be hoping for some extra bounce to him and not off his bat, because my oh my does he hit it a mile. The first boundary in 11 deliveries, 95 for 8.
Oh, a little inside edge. Fortune here. Take it nonetheless. Papali underway.
At the grandstand end.
Oh, that's gone a long way up, and it's gone the distance as well. Going with the wind. That man Powell with some power.
That would be a 6. Need Powell to get going. Good shape here, some boundaries. Go on the screen here. Decent length. It bounced a little bit, and that's a top edge, but it's 6, and the Knight Riders will take 6 anyway, which how in this point of the game.
Yeah, just the start to the over that you want if you're Los Angeles Knight Riders. Powell can be so dangerous. Does this sort of thing come in and absolutely whack it? Oh, how good does that look? Fabulous. First time here at the Knight Riders cricket ground, and it's a quaint, cozy setting. It's beautiful to be in for the very first time. Looking ahead too to LA 28, the Olympics. Oh, hit across it, hit across it. Oh, yes! Oh, what a catch that is! Brilliant! Dutchy's done it!
What an outstanding catch. That's what wins games. Cognizant's clutch catch. Great fielder, great athlete, and he made that look easier than it should have been. We're just seeing here a big swing, going for the big boundary, the big 6, gets a big top edge, and that's running blind over his shoulder, full length, sticks in the mitts, some injuries, some bruises, all for the team. Outstanding catch by Ian Holland. Rodman Powell goes for 30 runs, and the score for the Knight Riders 101.
Ali Khan to bat. Nicely struck, they'll take one. Can they bat their overs? It's the final wicket. In at 11, Ali Khan. Oh, what a catch this is.
Outstanding. It was there to hit. He just leant back on it, which is surprising for him. He normally gets full big stride into it. But that is such a great catch, such a hard catch to take. The ball's going over your head. You kind of have to guess where it's going to land. Sticks his hands out, eyes on the ball the whole way, head still, straight into the mitts. Outstanding catch by Ian Holland.
That smile tells you everything. First guy to him is the bowler, who's just been dispatched for 6. Nope. Katapalli wants 1. Ali Khan says, hold on, I think you need to do this.
Obviously hard. It's that nagging length, and also obviously tail end batters here, but he's so skillful. He bowls 75 miles an hour, but he hits the seam. That slow bounce, it's hard to hit. Your point, Pommy, what do these guys do here? They're knocking around. They go, no, we're just going to hit some boundaries, going to swing away, hopefully get a few edges. But let's see how they execute here.
Essentially, the question becomes, what are you able to do? And if you're able to nudge ones and that's how you'd kind of do it, then that's what you do. If what you can do is hit boundaries, then you probably would have to look at what boundaries you can hit. There's no real value in just being there for the rest of the deliveries.
Yeah, also the pitch is not the easiest to score on. It's that slow bounce, and the other team have to bat on it. If the Knight Riders come out and take a few wickets, the pressure's on, so every run does count here. If they can scramble together a 20 partnership, maybe 125, 130, you have some sort of score on the board, and a wicket's not amazing to bat on.
Dot ball to finish. Started with a 6, got a wicket, and pulled it right back. It's 102 for 9.
I think to your point, you said this earlier on, I find it strange why they chose to bat on a wicket that no one's seen. I think for me, it's like you want to see what the pitch is doing. Interesting decision, but I think we said they've got such a powerful batting lineup. They back their ability to come in, navigate the wicket and get a score, but unfortunately not. It's been tricky.
What they'd have wanted was to have some sort of a partnership up at the front. They had one between Monroe and Trump. Nothing else really. Rodman Powell's the only other one who stands out there, mainly because he gets to double figures. But he's just gone, and he was trying to do it on his own, so to resurrect the innings. And all the while, everybody walking out is trying to work things out. Oh, nearly got there. Good effort. Mitch Owen. Not advisable to be diving around too much on this sand-based new surface.
Little cutter here. I think he's bought like a leg cutter, but it's actually a nice strike. He's picked that up early, solid base, and he's given it a good old smack for me. It was a good effort in the field, but yeah, a little bit sandy. You've got to watch your kneecaps and your elbows. It's going to dig it up, but let's look after your body here and live to fight the next game, you know?
And whilst it's advice you'd give and it's advice you would be given and look to take, it's difficult sometimes because it's a natural sort of reaction. The ball's coming towards you, you're running to it, and you think, I've got to catch that, so you just dive. But you must think about it because you must prevent injury. You don't want yourself to get hurt.
It is, but also it's like your coach, your captain's watching, and it's like you have to fully commit, otherwise you're not giving in for the team. So in your mind, for me, it's like, I'm going to fully commit. If you half commit, often you get injured doing that. If I fully commit, try and land properly, try and roll properly, you often get away with the injuries. But it's just the sandy base, and the pitch is a bit like a jigsaw, the outfield. So yeah, I'm glad he's good. It was a good attempt.
And not from an effort perspective, but just every player in your team has to be safe and good, and we've come here, it's a Knight Riders ground. Everybody wants to do everything as if, you know, we're doing it everywhere else. But you watch how his knee sticks in there. See that? That's going to happen just about every time, particularly when you're not trying to slide and you're diving towards the ball. So you really have to be wary of that. Hard ground gives way, and your soft limbs, it's them that are going to, you know, give way. Out off the top edge and through to the keeper. As Holland gets the wicket, the Los Angeles Knight Riders, having won the toss and decided to bat first here, have been bowled out for 108.
Yeah, I think here, Ali Khan, you're not expecting Ian Holland to bounce you out. You're probably looking for a heavy length, some sort of cutters, and it's actually a good delivery. He stumped the pitch there. It's actually a good bouncer. Not expecting it. A bit of wood on it, a bit of glove on it. Good catch. End of innings. Well bowled, well executed, well fielded by the Freedom. 108 all out, Knight Riders give us today.
Look at this Los Angeles Knight Riders batting card. Then 25 for Monroe, been good at the top of the order. Prized apart the openers actually. Fletcher went early, and Matthew Trump has never batted above 5 before or sent up. He got 21 from 20, trying to up the ante. Hamilton out pretty quickly into the side today, and then Powell 30. Nothing else to speak of from there, because these bowlers did particularly well.
Yeah, if you look at that, Edwards was a little bit expensive, but everyone else there was zoned in on that wicket, was kind of bowler friendly. Travalcar outstanding, 3 for 16. Owen, first 3 wickets of the competition, 3 for 19 off his 4, and Holland did a good job finishing off at 2 for 25.
Yeah, let's get downstairs now to Aman Patel.
Here with Saurabh Netravalkar. I know you just had an innings out here, but how good is this stadium? How cool is it to be out here?
I think it's great to see the vibe, the crowd. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's great for cricket in the country. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Olympics as well, upcoming.
Olympics as well. You talk about yourself here, 3 wickets. What went right for you on this wicket?
I think the scrambled seam balls are doing a bit, some variable bounce. So we tried to stick to hitting top of off, and I think everybody executed that more or less. And I'm glad I could execute for the team.
108, I'm sure that's a total you're happy with. What's the key to chasing down on this surface?
The key is again to play late, like assess the conditions, and let's see how we go.
Thank you so much, Saurabh. Good luck in the second innings.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, nicely done by Saurabh Netravalkar. This is the 6th time that Washington have restricted an opponent to less than 120. So good by them. And of the others, the other teams, it's only TSK who have done it more than once. So, Washington Freedom need to get 109 if they're to win here at Pomona at the Knight Riders ground. It's the first time we're here. Let's see how this chase goes.
cricket has made it to Los Angeles, and I tell you what, there might not be much of a better view than what you've just seen. That's Mount Baldy out there. But Pomona, the city, this Fairplex in particular, has had so much history a part of it, and the Knight Riders Cricket Ground is just the newest cog in the machine that is this arena. This arena has been here since 1922. It's a 543-acre lot that's the home to the LA County Fair and has been the home to the LA County Fair since 1922. And I tell you what, so much more has happened here than just the picnics and the museums that have been hosted at this very spot. If you look just behind me, you'll see the mini night lights that come out here. Well, those light fixtures, they're not just for show. They actually light up a 5/8 of a mile racetrack that has featured horse racing and drag racing. And I tell you what, I would have loved to have been sitting over in the grandstands. 10,000 people used to sit over just beyond the distance there to watch those races, and now they're piling in for cricket here in Pomona. And I tell you, this history is not just sports, it's not just the fair, it's entertainment. Movies like The Seabiscuit, and you also talk about Pee Wee Herman's Fabulous Adventure. Well, they were filmed right here. Both had scenes that were using the racetrack behind me. Pomona, the newest city where cricket has arrived, and the Knight Riders are warming up to try to defend home soil. Can they do it? I don't know, but you gotta love what you're seeing out of this city.
We love what we're getting from you, Aman Patel. Brilliant insight to this venue and what is going to be a historic venue. 30 for Robin Powell, the only real highlight in that innings, following up Monroe and Trump, but extremely disappointing from a Knight Riders perspective. Robin Uthappa alongside. Got off to an okay start, Robbie, but just fell away after.
Yeah, I think they misread the pitch a little bit here, Nick. I think the kind of shots they were playing and the positions they were getting into kind of put them behind the 8 ball. There's also the inconsistent bounce, right? And there was tennis bally in nature. Some were keeping low as well, so the two-pacedness a little bit, and the fact that there were dual type bounce in the wicket also owe to the fact that you can't play cricket in that same aggressive manner that you usually do on flat tracks. You have to play according to the conditions, and they managed to get only 108, and they played, and they haven't played 13 deliveries, got all out in the 17 over 17.5. So they have a lot of work to do, and they need to bowl out of their skins if they're going to defend this score.
The wickets just kept falling in the innings. Robin Powell came and brought a bit of fight back. 2 gifts given to him. Narain taken or dismissed by an excellent catch by Ben Dorshas. A couple of wickets in 2 deliveries, which Owen came in wicketless, ended with 3. Good to be for Robin Powell. Excellent catch again, and you could see how much it meant to the Freedom, knowing that would be it. 108, all out. Means then that Saurabh Netravalkar 3 wickets, Owen 3. Only pace used by the Freedom bowlers, and you think the Knight Riders will want to take a page out of their book going into the second innings. All right, we've got plenty of stalwarts in this year's Cognizant MLC, but there's so much more to them. This is Colin Monroe.
It's probably more important than ever, especially now being a little bit older, not wanting to travel as much away from family. You've still got to perform, and if you're only playing 2 to maybe 3 tournaments a year, you've got to perform, otherwise you've quickly forgotten. At the stage of my career now, you're not always in the starting 11, so it's wanting to just try and add value to an environment and play where, even if you're not playing, you still sort of feel valued in the group and actually having a good time on and off the field. mental skills coach back home, Aaron Walsh, said that you're not judged as a cricketer. Well, you are in terms of, but you're not a cricketer in terms of you're still a father, a son, you're a brother. So those things should come first and cricket should come last. Whereas I think sometimes we put so much pressure on ourselves and think that people are judging us solely as a cricketer. But, as long as you can be a good human being and add value to the group, I think that's more important than being a good cricketer, because once you retire, the game forgets you quite quickly. So, the game doesn't owe you anything, and we've got to try and owe the game as much as we can while we're in it. Play for my family, my kids, they still love seeing me play cricket. Getting out there, every time I take a catch. See out there for them, Chloe and Connor back home, and that's my main reason why I play. It's getting out there and trying to still challenge myself against, some really good cricketers out there.
Are you their superhero?
Probably not anymore. Probably a few years ago when they were younger. But yeah, I think if you speak to them now, I used to be their best cricket player when they didn't know anyone else. But now they've gone around the world. They've been fortunate enough to go and meet other cricket players, and I think I'd be lucky if I'm sort of 10 or 15 on the list. I want to do my papers back home and actually become a good coach. Learn the soft skills of coaching. How to have those difficult conversations with people, the whole thing about developing a culture and a group and bringing people together for a common goal. I think you do that through experience, and obviously playing with guys like Pollard and Bravo, I've learned a lot, probably fast-track some of my learning as well. So I think, I'd love to stay in the game, but, I also love being at home with the family. So if someone back home offers me a good job, then I'll go back there.
Always playing with his family on his mind. Ultimate professional. Great to have him in Cognizant MLC. 109 is the target after the break.
Opening the bowling for LAKR from the mound bowling ends, number 74, Sunil Narai. Alexis power play active for the first 6 overs, which means no more than 2 fields are pitched outside the 30-yard circle.
Welcome back to the Knight Riders cricket ground in Pomona at Los Angeles. It will be the home of the 2028 Olympics. But first, another milestone, Cognizant MLC. This man, destruction, Mitch Owen. Already gone past his tally last season, striking at 200 plus. And Steve Smith, been a quiet season by his standards. That 30 in the last game, maybe him just finding his best form. Now, hold on, the aggressive ploy goes to Sunil Narain first up. 109 to win. Starts with a boundary. Fitting for Mitch Owen.
Yeah, he likes to start this way, doesn't he? Likes to go on the offense and put pressure on the opposition, and that's exactly what he does. First ball boundary to the GOAT, Sunil Narain. This will make for a solid battle, Nick.
Striking at 295 against spin this season, folks. 0 dismissals. However, those other spinners are not Sunil Narain, so this is a whole other challenge. Again, the placement is straight. Won't get to the boundary this time. 108, Robbie. How do you go about defending this?
Wickets. Wickets is the way you go about it. And that's exactly what Jason Holder is trying to do by bringing Sunil Narain on. That he can attack and try and get wickets for them and peg Freedom back. Never won against Freedom here. They've gone head-to-head 4 times, lost to them all 4 times, so they want to change that stat a little bit.
Isn't quite ready yet. And because of the total, I wouldn't be surprised if Holder just goes with himself and Narain for a big portion of this power play, trying to get Mitch Owen out inside the Lexus power play. It's pretty much the only way. If he bats the power play, the game is more than likely done. He's got him. He is a master, a wizard. It takes something special to dismiss Owen. Narain produces it.
A wizard indeed. He strikes ball number 3. Sends back the in-form Mitch Owen, who's been striking at 295 in the Cognizant MLC. Was the carom ball at pace this time. Had him searching for the ball. It gets the zingers on. He's pumped up. Mitch Owen has to go early tonight. 6 of 3 deliveries. They are 1 down for 6.
Andres House, unbeaten against the Unicorns a couple days ago.
He's bowling that carom ball so well with a lot more control, and it's funny how he's found a way to bowl that carom ball quicker through the air. Nick, he's constantly evolving even at this age. It's absolutely brilliant.
Just the length from Narain after a couple of straight drives, pulls the length back.
Look at that, the angle was in. He angled it in. And Mitch Owen was hoping that the ball would go straight and stay with that angle, but the ball moved away.
That one goes straight with the angle. 6 for 1. Absolutely gorgeous sunset. The distance. It's going to be a setting of cricket to be played here for a number of years.
And an incredible job done by the Knight Riders family. Get this ground up and going in such short time.
Knight Riders will need something special, much like that sunset is, to be honest, if they're to win this game. And as predicted, Jason Holder will take up the ball from the other end. Really got to try and get wickets now. Been quiet in terms of the wickets column Holder, just the one power play wicket, but it's gone at 7 runs and over, so been hard to get away. Some shape there, away from the right-hander.
It's the kind of wicket that you want to stay more in the area of uncertainty in that corridor. Here's a look at the wicket again. Watch this ball out of his hand. Carom ball, angling in, pitching and going away. An absolute peach from Sunil Narine. He's done this year in, year out.
And folks, Sunil Narine is a perfect example of what we should be as humans. Constantly evolving, even as you call him the GOAT, Robbie, you're spot on. Greatest of all time. That ball you just saw there has been an addition to his arsenal. You saw where the seam was pointed towards the left, towards first slip, and hence it got that shape away from Mitch Owen. He's developed that in the last 6 months. Really is the master.
Yeah, absolute master. I call for him as the GOAT of T20 cricket, ever evolving. Yeah, good running this from Steve Smith. Reading the game, knowing that the wicket's not going to be easy for the batters to bat on, so rotation of strikes going to be key. The fielders of Knight Riders have to be aware of that and attack the ball a little bit more because the wicket's slightly slow off the outfield.
For House, who he knows well, captained him in Dubai, playing for this franchise. Has a deep square and deep point in the Lexus power play. Even though they got Mitch Owen out, Robbie, surely has to be Narine again next over.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It has to be Narine. I think, like you said earlier, I think Holder and Narine should bowl the bulk of the overs, if not all of them, in the power play. Then bring in the other bowlers like Guttapalli, Andre Russell, Ali Khan, Schlackwick as well.
Every ball of this over is finished on top of the stumps. That test length that Holder hits consistently. Gotten pretty chilly here, Robbie.
It has. It was pretty warm out in the afternoon, in the evening. I thought you wouldn't need a jacket, but I regret not bringing my my jacket here in the evening because it has gotten a little nippy.
That was something we saw in Auckland, where as it got cooler in the evening, ball just came on a bit better for the batters. Eight for one, no interest in the review there from Jason Holder. Right, it's a special occasion. Today, we've gone from Hollywood to Bollywood.
Hi everybody, today is a day of a dream come true because we are bringing cricket, the second most watched sport in the world, to Los Angeles through a long-term partnership between Fairplex, Los Angeles and Knight Riders to build a space of energy, of community, togetherness and of course entertainment. So here's to Los Angeles and the journey ahead. Thank you everybody and lots of love.
The king giving us his blessing, man behind all of this. Shah Rukh Khan, and that is an excellent shot from House.
Well anticipated from House. was already moving away from the ball, create room. And the carom ball this time almost like a top spinner. Played it so well. Great positions. Just try to place it more than hit it hard. Well done.
A couple of times faster bowlers, Robbie, have nipped the ball back into house. So let's see if Narain makes that adjustment with the slip in place, long on and deep mid wicket. That should come from around. Change an angle. Great to get that message though from Shah Rukh Khan, Robbie, a man you know well.
Yeah, he's obviously been the architect in the background where he's pushed his team forward along with Venki Mysore. And they've driven this idea for the last couple of years, and to kind of build it out and bring it to fruition in such short time is tremendous. And even the team at MLC working in partnership with the Knight Riders to pull this off in time for the MLC, the Cognizant MLC this year, just phenomenal.
Saw Venki Mysore today actually, and he had the proudest smile on his face coming to the ground, and he deserves it. They deserve the plaudits because this has been an amazing achievement to get this pulled off.
And rightfully so, right? As in the kind of effort that goes behind building a cricket stadium is not the easiest thing. It is quite a tedious process. We know on the insides, where this ground was a month ago, and the kind of effort and the kind of man hours, the kind of effort that's gone behind bringing this to where it is right now is absolutely phenomenal. It's just a testament of human capacity and capability to be able to pull something off like this in such short time. So extremely happy for the Knight Riders family and MLC with the way they've actually produced an absolute stunner of a ground in a place like Pomona.
Come in here, boys. Come in here, boys. Keep coming here. Keep coming here, boys. This is good. This is good.
That is a setup. The master strikes again. And something for the Knight Rider faithful to celebrate.
Boy, oh boy, is he a magician. Like Nick said, he absolutely set this guy up here. Bowled back of a length. The last few deliveries forcing him to almost look to play on the back foot, but this one pushed it through a little faster and pitched the ball up. And you can tell from that celebration from Sunil Narine, which you often don't see. He's very muted in his celebrations. He knows he's castled him with his moves. House goes for 6. Freedom are 14 for 2 in 3.
All the stars are out and about tonight here in Pomona, and I have the USA men's national team head coach Buburu Dasanayaka joining me. Buburu, nice to see you, coach.
Nice to be here.
Yeah, how great is this first game here in LA? You've experienced the whole thing. How great is it?
No, this is fabulous. Like, the fantastic venue and setup is fantastic. And one of the reasons for me to come here is we are going to be the Olympics, and this is an Olympic venue, so I want to see how things are going, and the atmosphere, the ground, the setup is fantastic.
Yeah, USA made the qualification just today. How excited are you for those Olympic Games?
Yeah, we were just waiting, even though we knew that host has a chance, there was nothing official for a while, and ICC a few days before actually announced that the qualification, the pathway, and through that, I think officially USA Cricket is playing the Olympics LA 28.
Well, congratulations for that, coach. In terms of this venue, we've seen Sarab Nathavalkar have a really good first innings. How great is it to see the American boys out here tonight?
no, that's my main reason for me to come and watch how well the USA boys are doing. I mean, every team has 10 players and 5 in the 11. They are getting a great go with one of the best in the world. That this experience, I think, is going to be fantastic moving forward for the team to move to improve their game. And I think basically all our main guys are getting accustomed to compete at this level. So this is fantastic.
Yeah, it's your second stint with the team. How has Major League Cricket helped USA and the cricket in it?
Big difference, because when I left in 2019, basically domestic cricket was nothing, next to nothing. And when I came last year, even the minor league and major league is high quality, and a decent number of players are getting the opportunity to show their talent. So the MLC, you can't ask for better a player development side. So they all are getting the opportunities, and that is going to contribute to the USA cricket.
Talk to me about the crowd that's here, the atmosphere. It's so loud in between balls. How great is that to see?
That's great. I never expected in Panama, for Pomano, this many people, and it's great to see. They're crazy. They're loud. Atmosphere been fantastic.
Brilliant, Coach. Thank you so much for being here. Enjoy tonight. Historic one this is.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you, Aman. Thank you to Coach Pubudu, of course, head coach. Robbie, after a couple of balls going across, this one back in.
Absolute stunner, that delivery. It's almost like he's playing backgammon with the minds of the batters, kind of setting them up, and then delivering the master stroke. See, have a look at that. He bowls wide off the batter, keeping it away from the line of the stumps at all times. And then the last ball of the over brings it back in and pitches the ball up just a touch to draw the batsman forward and leaving him in tatters.
Couple of balls on the same length and an angle to go across him. Completely Fox house. 15 for 2.
Just have a sense that we've got a real game in our hands. It's always likely to err on the lower scoring side. Opening nights here. And with the 2 early wickets, the Knight Riders fans are sensing hope, and they're going to go for 3 in a row from Narayan. Up in the Lexus power play, making it to spit out to the surface. Andrew Leonard here alongside Anika Kalan. Anika, firstly, welcome back. Great to have you back with the crew. How was your weekend up in St. Louis?
Lenny, I'm so excited to be back with you guys. I missed you guys so much. Oh, my weekend was great in St. Louis. Got to play a few games, got to see a few of my, USA teammates and a few other girls and play some good cricket. So it was good fun.
You got plenty of runs and took a few catches as well. I'm certain that you did you?
Not a catch. I got a few stumpings though. I hope you're proud with that one.
That's exactly what Jamar Hamilton will be looking to do with the gloves. We've got a real contest in our hands, and a massive sense of occasion. Those 4 overs of Narayan were always going to be important, particularly with the season that he's having. So good thus far, and he's worked his way into the Remitly leading wicket takers charts. The one and only spinner in there as well, Anika. All the 4 other seamers. He's at his best. There's maybe no better spinner in the world in this format.
Definitely, and if you're at a stage in the game where you're at run a ball, spinners are going to be have to be key. There's always going to be a risk that it goes over their head for a 6, but the control and the expertise that Narayan has and is bringing to the pitch here, it's absolutely phenomenal.
All the variations causing problems. Love that piece of analysis from Robin Otapa there in terms of the consistency of sending it away and then getting this one away, and then the other one back into House, which clean bowled him. Won't be able to do that to Steve Smith just yet, and Narayan will only have 1 left. 5 have been bowled. It's 18 for 2. You were out in the crowd. What was it like out there?
So exciting, Lang. I mean, it's the first time you're at this amazing ground, and to have so many people in the stands, it's just absolutely amazing to see so many women players out there as well. I got to chat with a few of them, and there's just so much excitement all around, knowing especially that this is going to be the home ground for the LA 28 Olympics. Absolutely phenomenal and really, really exciting.
Now the floodlights are taking full effect, and you can see just as to how world-class they are. This place, it's already brilliant. Imagine what it's going to be like in 2 years and 28. This Holder is also going to bowl a 3rd on the bounce. It's incredibly rare you see this T20 cricket. Steve Smith can't understand why he wasn't given a wide. The same 2 bowlers are going to share 6 overs the Lexus power play. Great to have fans coming from every corner of California and beyond.
And if you take a note, the score isn't too high. We need 91 off 89 for the Washington Freedom. And Smith is at less than a 50 strike rate.
Down the track, slices it away. There is protection out there. Matthew Trump, who's promoted up the order. What would it be like for someone like Matthew Trump? Been here, the first ever game of cricket at the new Olympic ground, this LA Knight Riders field. Promoted up the order, batting at 3, stuff of dreams.
Yeah, definitely, and I'm sure both the Trump brothers have been putting in so much effort into their cricket career here in the United States. And to be here at the new ground in LA playing for LAKR, I'm sure it's something that he's going to wear with pride.
Use of the feet and just up and over the head. The mid-wicket fielder Van Schalkwijk, who was in very tight. And Narayan has work to do. Does it well, but can't prevent the 3rd.
The bowlers are showing their display of how much control they have in this wicket here. Just getting the batters to get that release shot, hopefully in for another wicket for the LAKR side, but really, really positive control here from the bowling department.
Is there going to be a temptation to bowl Narayan a 4th on the bounce? Sure, we'll try and find out if he's ever even done that in his career. Usually you think of the modern power play, usually you'll see 3, 4, sometimes even 5 bowlers used inside those first 6 overs. But with the conditions favouring the bowlers, Holder thinking opposite. There's protection out there, and Trump does well. Keep it to just a single. 2 wickets have fallen thus far, both going to that man, Sunil Narayan.
Yeah, just outsmarting that, setting it up perfectly. And there's the second one. Just a middle stump for Narayan both the times. Absolutely showing his expertise. 2 wickets in 3 overs, just 15 runs. And I'm sure there is a possibility of him coming on for a 4th over with the way he's performing with the ball.
Pick up pull shot, finds the gap and will find 4. Nicely played by Chapman. Always a risk of the same bowler continuing in the power play. The batters will start to line them up.
Definitely a shot that's going to release a lot of pressure for the Washington Freedom side. Not quite the place that Holder would want to have bowled it, but I'm sure that everyone in the dugout here in the Washington Freedom are very happy with that.
It's actually only happened once before in Cognizant MLC history. Same bowlers bowling the power play. The most expensive over gets a little more costly. The innings thus far as it will go for 10 in total. The Freedom at the end of 6, 27 for 2. 28 for 2, we'll get it right. Talk to me about where this game is going, Anika. Can we see a way back into it for LAKR, or will the Freedom be too good?
Honestly, hard to say. I'm not completely set on which side I think is currently having the upper hand. Look at the worm right here. Both teams are definitely going in different ways. A few wickets for the LAKR side when they were having to go with the bat.
Those dots on that graph, those wickets are the key. Freedom stay 2 down. The required run rate at about a run a ball isn't going to pose too much of a threat. But if they can add a few more dots to that red line, the home side, all of a sudden 108 might look competitive somehow. We'll see that change of bowling. They'll hold back 1 from Sunil Narayan, and Chandivan Skalkvik will come into the attack. Record 22 wickets across his MLC career. I think his style of bowling, a little bit like Ian Holland's in the first innings, could be quite handy on this surface.
Yeah, and I'm sure the bowling department is definitely going to want to be aggressive and definitely going to be looking for those wickets, knowing that they just need run a ball at this point. Definitely going to have to plan that out.
Now we come out of the Lexus power play. You can have as many as 5 fielders in the deep. Choosing to only have 4 right now. This is beautifully played. Stand and deliver stuff from Chapman, and takes it all the way for the first 6 of the chase.
Speaking about aggressive, exactly what Chapman would have wanted. Looks like it middle straight out of the bat. Absolutely save your legs. 6 runs any day.
I didn't see any indications in that first innings this was a 108-run surface. I think there was some exceptional fielding from the Freedom. 3 catches, 2 from Smith and 1 from Holland stood out in particular. Actually, I think for a brand new surface, we've seen quite good pace and bounce from it. Or will want to check the ball just to make sure there's no damage done to it. Skalkvik under immediate pressure. Chapman just finding his range nicely. Misfield from Narayan, not going to help things. The power play really belonged to the Knight Riders though, and it belonged to that man, Sunil Narayan, despite that first boundary from Owen. What a delivery that was to strike back.
Yeah, the Washington Freedom thought they start off good with that boundary, but Narayan just answered in the most positive and impactful way that he possibly could. Definitely good to see a partnership going.
You can see DJ Bravo. If you're wondering what the temperature is, he'll tell you it's definitely dropped down. And I came to the ground last night, Anika, just to see the floodlights. They were being tested for the first time about 10 p.m. It's just coming up to 9 p.m. local. It was actually a very heavy dew down, which really surprised me. I think that's a lot about the difference in quite a hot day temperature to a cooler nighttime temperature here, particularly right next to the mountains. So that'll be something to watch throughout the night games. Steve Smith just indicating that one's come up through the surface a touch.
Yeah, definitely a bit chilly here. Even I'm wearing a hoodie here in the comm box. Coming over from Oakland, I didn't think I would have to pack too heavy, but here I am wearing a hoodie. And I'm sure they had good practice with these type of weather conditions just coming from Oakland this past weekend.
It's been funny, isn't it? Because during the day, very pleasant, very warm. I think we're talking about highs of about 30 Celsius or about 90 Fahrenheit, 94 Fahrenheit, in fact, on the weekend coming. But then as soon as the sun disappears, out goes the heat. And that's why I think dew could be a factor across the 5 match days that we'll have. 7 games in total, double header, 4th of July. That's a big one to look forward to. Have a double header too on the 5th of July. Nicely played down the ground, finds the gap and finds 4 more.
Really good response from Chapman yet again. Again out of the hand of Shadley for a forward just down the ground. Just picking that off cutter out of his hand really quickly and choosing a really good area of where to hit that ball, not too wide. And it's really, really great out of that bat there.
In the air but wide. The man at backward point. Ali Khan does the fielding. I think a matter of time before we see the speedster on his new home ground. 41 for 2. Going to be something to look forward to, that 4th of July. Always a special day here in America.
I'm so excited to be spending it on this beautiful ground here. Usually I'm by the Golden Gate back at home in the Bay Area, but really excited to be in the city of, what do they say, Lenny? The city of angels.
City of Hollywood, city of angels, city of the big time. All the stars come to play here in LA. Such a historic evening. So great to have such a broad array of people. Some coming to their very first cricket game. Others I know have travelled all the way across the country. I was just chatting to some people up in the crowd who've flown in, especially from New York, not just for tonight's game, but actually for the entire 5 days. As it won't be Ali Khan yet, but it will be Andre Russell. Called extensively in the warm-ups and a very good spell earlier in the tournaments. Chapman is definitely starting to go through the gears and somewhat dominating this now 28-run partnership with Steve Smith. He's made 22 of them.
Yeah, 67 off 77 just needed. There's a big crowd here, and most of it is favoring the LAKR side, so I'm sure they won't be as happy with how good this partnership is brewing between Chapman and Smith here in the middle.
Yeah, it's a great point you make, because what we've had throughout the 4 seasons now of Cognizant MLC was 2 neutral venues that have been used, Morrisville and down in Fort Lauderdale and Lauderhill. But now with the addition of this ground, we've got 3 of the 6 sides that have home venues. Texas Super Kings in Grand Prairie, San Francisco Unicorns, the Oakland Coliseum, and now here in Pomona, the LA Knight Riders at their perfectly named Knight Riders Field. So what we'll hopefully see in the years to come is the Seattle Orcas develop something up in the Pacific Northwest. Washington, something up there towards the capital, maybe in Virginia. And then, what about New York? Where are we going to go in New York for MI?
Yeah, we did see in that World Cup that New York had a little bit of cricket going on. A lot of mixed reviews about that little tournament, but I'm sure it's going to be an MI favorite.
Beats the dive, a backward point and races away. Steve Smith now finds his range. It's taken a while. His first boundary moves him into double figures.
Just a touch bit wider than I'm sure Russell would have wanted, and Smith easily just dispatches that to the boundary.
Technically, that is a cut shot, is as good as you'll see. Right on top of the bounce, using the depth of the crease. So his back foot going back to give him that additional time to get on top of the bounce and find a way to get it past Rodman Powell at backward point. We'll talk about the importance of this match, Anika. As you'll have seen whilst you're away in St. Louis, the points table is getting so close here on the Lexus point standings. All 6 teams separated by 2 points.
Yeah, this is definitely a must-needed win for both of the sides if they want to keep progressing well into the tournament later on without having to worry about things.
I think really it's probably not must-win territory yet for LA with the additional game in hand. They'll actually play 3 here across the course of the 5 days. But for the freedom with that net run rates, they almost have to win, don't they? And they're not used to being down at the bottom of the table. They're always in the playoffs across all 3 seasons before this.
62 from 73 balls for the Freedom. Do you think they feel a bit confident that they're going to get another win on the board here?
Finally see Ricky Ponting smile a little bit as well. Haven't seen much of it so far this season. He's looked very concerned, the head coach. Inside edge. Onto the thigh pad of Chapman. They'll get through for the single. It will round out the 8th. Freedom in control of this chase at the moment. It's a 48 for 2.
How great is it to be in Pomona? Capital Records. We're setting some records here in LA because we've got more Major League Cricket headed to you. The Seattle Orcas will take on MI New York. 6:15, the coverage starts local time. Two teams coming off of wins. And you can see all that action live and in person. If you're in the area, get in. The vibe is immaculate. I was just out there, and it's raging. Buy the tickets at tickets.majorleaguecricket.com. And all throughout the weekend, even 4th of July, the 250th anniversary of independence for the USA. You can catch cricket and then celebrate the day as well. Sunil Narayan trying to prize himself a 3rd wicket. It's been a lean year for Steve Smith. And that's the man you're going to want to target. He's averaging just over 18 this season. And it's worked nicely from Smith. It just trickled all the way along the rope. And he'll pick up his 4.
Nicely done. Use the pace. Just work it onto that leg side. Good partnership this, 39 from 32. Need to just keep it ticking along. They're ahead of the rate. What they've not managed to do, the couple of wickets that have fallen in such a short space of time. Yeah, he's so good, isn't he?
That one beats everybody. A lot of work for Get the Pali to do. We'll be able to keep it, so a couple of extras.
One of the few misdirected ones by Sunil Narayan. It's gone wide and down that leg side, trying to stay really tight on the stumps. Yeah, see how straight he is, and bowling round the wicket to right-handers, and so brings that angle in where he could just make it go straight. That knuckle ball keeps going towards the keeper, and then the off break pitches and goes back towards those stumps against the angle.
Variations on a fresh wicket that we've seen is so important, isn't it? Especially when you bowl into someone who is struggling 4 runs like Steve Smith is at the moment.
Yeah, anytime there's any grip at all, then he's going to make it difficult for batters. And with this fresh pitch with some grass on it, it's gone just a little colder now. He got some purchase early on and has continued to get it all the way through his spells, whenever he's bowled. And so it's been pretty tough for all the batters against him. Yeah, a couple of wickets for 24. Miserly.
Just continues to maneuver the field. The long off has come inside the ring. We've seen a cover fielder be pushed around and pulled in. And now there's a traditional slip and a leg slip. Very attacking here. And Chapman tucks it into the onside for 1 to close out Sununa Ryan's day. Close of 9, 58 for 2. Knight Riders trying to find a way to get the first ever win at this Knight Riders cricket ground and entertain these home fans, give them something to cheer about. And on that bowling card, it's been Sununa Ryan that's had the heavy lifting. The 2 wickets have come under him, but he needs some support. Somebody else in this bowling lineup. Pleasure to be alongside Pami and Vanguard. Pami, it does feel the Knight Riders have to take wickets. The Freedom just going to trickle along and move along to this total if you just let them bat. Where do you go? What are the options if you're the Knight Riders?
You're not going to defend 108 by restricting a team in the 20 overs. So really what they wanted was early wickets. They got that. But this partnership stands in their way.
Jason Holder, he's got the finger to go up, but Chapman has immediately reviewed. We'll see if this will stand.
Team Bauer, the director, we've got a court behind review given out. It's a fair delivery. Can we go to front on, please? Okay, the ball goes close to the back. Can we look at ultra edge, please? Roll it through. Roll it through. Roll it right through. Okay, there's no bat involved as it goes through the Cooper. There's a flat line. Just keep rolling this through, right through. If you can, just keep rolling it through. Yeah, okay, there's no bat involved, flat line. You need to change your decision to not out, Greg. I'll let you know you're on screen. Signal now.
Not out. Mark Chapman was emphatic that he didn't touch the ball. He reviewed immediately, Palm. He didn't even really allow the decision to marinate with anybody.
Let's listen. Didn't hear anything, and that's telling. That's telling. That says, keeper's saying, no. The appeal from bowler was spontaneous. The umpire also went with him. Well, not an appeal, but not too long after giving him out. My point being that umpire and bowler at the same end and would have heard similar things. And so gave it out. And see, now they're discussing it. Chapman and Brathwaite, umpire Brathwaite, having a chat. Smiles all around. All's well that ends well. Like, that's why we have the technology. But yeah, they'd have heard the same thing at that end. And so both would have thought the same thing. And at the other end, keeper not moved.
Jamar Hamilton that does have the gloves on, playing for the Knight Riders for the first time. Actually with the San Francisco Unicorns last year, was picked up in the draft, and he's known around the U.S. as the man with the best gloves in the country. He's made a lot of work and done lots in the West Indies as well, but he's reigning minor league champion with the Atlanta Fire. He's brilliant in that final as well, hitting 3 boundaries at the end of the game, so does possess that big bat. A really good opportunity for him as the Knight Riders have come home. It was great to hear from head coach Bublu Desanayake as well, talking about the American players and the opportunity they have to play at this Olympic venue on the day they've qualified for the Olympic Games.
Yeah, that is something, because this will be home ground. This will be where they play. And thinking about this league, Sally Khan, Matthew Trump, it's going to be important that all their players continue to improve.
Well done. Shadi van Skalkwyk commits himself on that boundary rope and saves a couple.
Yeah, really good fielder. Shadi van Skalkwyk. Slides, good technique with the slide as well. Have to execute it really well on this sandy-based outfield that's new and bedding in. Yeah, it's going to be important that USA players become stars of the various franchises. On that will the league actually stand, and it's lovely to see that there are players who are getting better and better as the seasons go.
Has he found the gap? Chapman, not quite. It's another one of those American players, Matthew Trump, throwing himself around on the boundary rope. Hopefully, his look is okay, just showing a bit of discomfort. Close at 10, 64 for 2. And we will have that drinks break. Not quite the start the Freedom we're after. Mitch Owen gone for just 6. Andries Kroos, after hitting a 50 in the previous game, goes for just 6 runs as well. But this partnership brewing has been the real key now for the Freedom as they look to cruise over the line.
Potency from that man, Sunil Narayan. He's bowled his 4. Half of them dots. Importantly, got a couple of wickets. Over to others. Can they take some wickets now and break the partnership? That's now worth 50. And look at how it started. Carom ball to get rid of Mitch Owen, and then the off spinner. Having been set up before that with ones going across him from round the wicket, and this host unable to pick that one. And 50 from 43 is this partnership, and it's doing it nicely for the Washington Freedom. 2 experienced internationals, one more so than the other, legendary in fact, in Steve Smith, Mark Chapman, New Zealander. Yeah, they've been good.
With all the experience of Steve Smith, he hasn't found the run, so it's a great time for him without the pressure of the scoreboard to churn out an innings, almost vintage Steve Smith that we see in Test cricket so often, longest form. Doesn't feel as he have to go from ball 1, and he's got a partner as well that's been very fluent throughout this season, adding on the left-hand side. And this is the opportunity for the Freedom to jump up the points table. The Knight Riders, they want to avoid getting to the bottom, and if they want to avoid doing that, they would have to win this game if they were to lose this game, they would have to do it in the final over. So this game has to go to the wire for the Knight Riders to avoid the dreaded bottom of the table.
Hi everybody, today is a day of a dream come true because we are bringing cricket, the second most watched sport in the world, to Los Angeles through a long-term partnership between Fairplex, Los Angeles and Knight Riders to build a space of energy, of community, togetherness and of course entertainment. So here's to Los Angeles and the journey ahead. Thank you everybody and lots of love.
So much hard work going into this historic venue. You spoke to Damien Hoff at the toss, and they've been busy men over the last 11 or so weeks as Ali Khan is into the attack. Another one of those American stars we talk about, coming back into his own. Speaking to him before the game yesterday as well, and he's talked about he's so excited to play in LA. They have the franchise here, but he never really imagined when he came to the US all those years ago, to Ohio of all places, he'd be playing cricket in the heart of Los Angeles.
Is that because of Hollywood?
He's a star boy, isn't he? He's made a name for himself.
He has too.
Found his pace again, which has been the brilliant thing for USA cricket fans to see. He's taken away the ODI part of his game. He stopped playing the 50-over game to focus on getting back to full health. And we've seen it towards the back half of last Major League season and this Major League season with the pace in which he's delivering.
Yeah, the difficulty, I guess, for many of these players is when you get, if you get injured, when you do, it's difficult to find the time.
Streaky, but it will be 4 for Chapman. Inside edge using that pace.
Yeah, remotely speeded delivery, that one. Getting down the pitch, trying to go down the ground, and an inside edge goes very fine. Lucky that it doesn't crash into the stumps. Absolutely no chance for fine leg. He'll take the runs however they come. Yeah, I was saying, you get injured and then there's a difficulty, you get back to fitness, and there's a tendency for players to want to get back onto the park quickly and not giving themselves the time to fully recover.
Look, remitly speedy delivery, 85 miles an hour. Yeah, that's so many of them. Of the action, the sling, you call it. He's become infamous for that, hasn't he? Wherever he goes around the world, whether it was down in the Caribbean, whether it was over in the Middle East, especially in USA colors, and continuing to ramp it up. I'll tell you what, Tommy, if you ever want to see a fun battle, all cricket fans next to Ali Khan during the USA-Nepal game, they have the most fun. I remember back in 2022, down in Texas, he started doing a little dance for the fans after he finished his spell, took 3 wickets, and just started dancing as they were drumming. No, I'm going to enjoy this. This is my day. This is my home, not for you. Tremendous showman, Ali Khan. Close of 11, 69 for 2. What a venue we have here. The scenes, beautiful during the day. We saw the golden hour. Now under these beautiful floodlights. 6 of them in total, all pre-programmed to shine on the ground. They computer program it, and then they can lift it up. Don't have to worry about it once the power's on. Continuously turning the runs around. And look at this. Gotta love this. The vibe tonight has been brilliant. Tell you what, every single one of these fans got to be enjoying what they're seeing tonight.
It's lovely. They're all a part of history too, and probably unaware of it. They've just come to watch a cricket game, but it's significant. Yeah, of great significance, actually. And what you want, certainly what I'm thinking is that at this end of the country can be another base where there'll be other young players, and I've seen a few today, who can have a place where they can play cricket games. You want it played on from now until 28.
Very fine. Just a deft touch. Be 4 runs for Steve Smith.
Yeah, nicely played. He'll survey the field and watch where all the men are and where he can get the most runs for the least risk is where he'll go, and would have noticed that that fielder was quite wide. So anything on the stumps, he's trying to get just a little bit of bat on, and he did it perfectly then to get it to go fine and go for 4. Yeah, so you want this facility utilized, frequented, so that it beds in, number one, but also so that people become aware of where home is for cricket in these parts on the West Coast, in LA, I should say. And so they get accustomed to it. Look forward to that being the case, actually.
Think about even minor league cricket as well, just that domestic level. The Los Angeles Lashings would love to come here and play their games. The San Diego Surf Riders would say, yes, get me in. I want to be in Pomona and play on this field.
Yep, I want to play where the Olympics are. The last thing we have to do is to get the original Knight Rider, David Hasselhoff, Michael Knight, with Kit, to come here with Shah Rukh Khan.
Is it out? Is it out? It absolutely is. Dre Russ, he's delivered the magic moment just on the eve of the 12th over. The 3rd wicket falls. A Cognizant clutch catch from Jamar Hamilton.
Yeah, pitches it up and it just bounces. He's looking to just nudge that down the ground, just bounces on him and catches the edge as it goes through. No mistake from Hamilton, and Chapman must head back to the dugout. He's gone for 34, the Freedom now 76 for 3.
Nikhil Chaudhary comes to the crease at number 5. Full of confidence, having a good start to his debut Cognizant MLC season. Strike rates, and Captain Steve Smith will just be looking for a little bit of support. Got Liam Plunkett alongside me. Liam, this was, well, reminded me of you in your absolute prime, coming in, hitting the surface, finding the edge.
Yeah, it was a bit of a wobble seam, I think, and it was a heavy length, which has been successful in here. Yeah, wobble seam. Stuart Broad, one of the best at doing that. A slight bit of shape off that wicket and a great edge.
Talk about wobble seam. Explain that to someone who might be watching cricket for the first time, because it's a big buzzword, isn't it, in the last maybe 5 or 6 years of cricket.
Yeah, traditional holding your fingers down the middle. It's just your fingers are slightly off the seam, and you're putting pressure on one side of the seam. And obviously, when it hits the pitch, it has the ability to go either way. So the batsman doesn't know what you're doing, you don't know what you're doing. As long as it hits the seam and it goes one way, there's a good chance of getting a wicket, you know.
Just about to say, I don't think the bowler knows which way it's going to go. I'm sure some of them will claim that they do occasionally. So Stuart Broad or Jimmy Anderson would have said, oh, no, I meant it to nip back in or nip back out. What's your thoughts been overall on the entirety of the occasion, and I suppose it's a historic evening for American cricket?
Yeah, we expect the wicket to be new. have its little bit of bounces, a little bit of ingresses up and down. Not up and down, it's just like a slow bounce. It'll get better and better and better. But like, look at we're here, we're in LA at this beautiful field, we're playing professional cricket in the home of the Lakers, the Dodgers. It's such a special night. And obviously people are coming down here to watch cricket for the first time, and there's some of the best players in the world playing in front of them.
Take on a quick single, get home quickly. And you can see just how proud both Damien Hoff and Todd Heinrich there were there, the two curators who spent the most time here. They brought Dave Agnew in as well, Ben Emery. But I cannot explain the scale of work they have put in alongside the Barnatech team. We're a team who've been looking after a lot of the installations around the ground, Turf Solutions. Everyone from Fairplex who's bought into this so much. Building their Olympic dreams here with this brand new cricket ground in Pomona. Stopped by Hamilton. Bermuda grass, both on the square and in the outfield. 10 foot of soil and 10 foot of slope cut away. 322 metric tons moved. It's a remarkable achievement, miraculous really.
Bermuda's hard to chip off, I think, right, in golf. I think it's hard to chip off. Beautiful, mate. What you said there, the dedication, hard work, and the thought processes to put this together with the backing of the local communities and town is amazing, especially as cricket fans like ourselves watching this. It's beautiful.
As you mentioned golf, actually, the local golf club, Mountain Meadows here, their team of superintendents got involved too. They've been helping Damien Hoff and his team with lens of equipment, and Mantech team has helped lend a roller because a lot of the stuff that specialized cricket equipment takes a long time to get here to the USA. This is only the start. That's a really important thing to notice. A lot of the infrastructure here tonight, like these bleachers, is temporary. This is phase 1, if you will. There'll be a phase 2 and then eventually a phase 3 for LA 28. 6 teams in the men's and the women's games. Sold out crowds. History this evening here on the West Coast. 13 have been bowled. It's 79 for 3. But you've been enjoying it?
Love it. I mean, we've played in Texas, we've played in Auckland, and now we're here in LA. I think it's so special. You can see the ground here on the screen. It's beautiful. It could be anywhere. A lot of us have spoke about this could be anywhere in New Zealand, in the Caribbean, in Australia, and even in the UK. But I mean, you got to love it. The atmosphere, the energy, people watching cricket for the first time. It's amazing for us who are avid cricket fans to see this.
The drone shots we've been treated to this evening, both in daylight, at sunset, and now at complete nighttime, absolutely spectacular. Dre Russ gets one just to keep a little lower. The 2 round arm bowlers, Dre Russ not quite so much as Ali Khan, just getting a few to keep low.
Yeah, I mean, he's bowled really well in this tournament, Dre Russ. He's picked up a lot of wickets. Sometimes he turn up. He might be sometimes a little bit like he picks up a few injuries, but when he's on, he's on. Here we go, smashing the length again. Steve Smith, that's a great shot for him, but it just wasn't quite there. It didn't get up as much as it has been, so it went underneath that inside edge and took that one bounce, which was well taken behind the sticks.
Good diving stop. Gatsapali, they're fighting their hearts out. I suppose the big thing for me this evening, Liam, is it's only the start, isn't it? And there's so much more to come for this venue in the years to come. More MLC, minor league, and then the Olympics eventually.
Yeah, hopefully some international women's cricket and the junior cricket here. What a place to turn up and play cricket. Hopefully there'll be some training facilities down the line, but to turn up here to be able to access this with a beautiful outfield, which is going to bed in and get better and better and better, we're so fortunate to have this here on the West Coast.
Cutaway should be a couple as Trump has a lot of ground to make up. Yeah, and that will be the next step. What we're within here is part of the old horse racing track, which is known as the Fairplex. If you see in the top right of your screen there, those old green coloured barns, they will come down over the months to come. Then we'll get permanent training facilities in, again with grass wickets. This is going to become a real hub for the development of cricket right the way across California. This is pulled quite well. Now, the outfield's not rapid, so Monroe will cut it off, keep it to a couple. And that's what it's all about. You need a full facility, not just a match day venue.
Yeah, this is just the start. I mean, it's going to become a high performance. You're going to have world-class facilities here. And what that does is breeds world-class players. If you have the ability people to turn up, to be able to use the best nets, the best high-performance centers and strength and conditioning, that's going to breed these athletes that are going to become Major League players, USA players, and that becomes a strong international team by having these facilities here.
Just quietly, how good are the floodlights as well? They are absolutely world class. You talk about the looks. I think these are over 300 looks right the way across both the 30-yard circle and the outfield.
Yeah, you're talking about world class. That's what Steve Smith is, and I wouldn't have anyone else in this position than him. His experiences now and his skill to navigate this wicket. I think he'll see them home here. Singles, ones, twos. Still try and be aggressive, but he's so experienced at finishing games off. That's to my point. He'd be my number one person in this game situation.
And I suspect that Ricky Ponting is a bit torn on the sidelines because he'll be desperate to get the 2 points, but he will maybe selfishly be thinking about a net run rate boost. Dances down the track. Not going to go all the way. And Narayan has to labour after it. He'll think of 3, and Chowdhury, will take on the throw. Really good running. End of the 14th, 87 for 3. Always something you tend to think of later in the tournament, isn't it, the net run rate? But with only 5 games to go, 4 after tonight, the Freedom need to get that net run rate back into some kind of a good standing.
Yeah, they do. I think Chowdhury's coming here, going to up the ante. Hopefully he can put some boundaries away. But you need to win, right? You need to win. How many games they've got left? If they can win all them games, put themselves in a situation to be up and amongst it.
That is the exact state of play on our Lexus team standings right now. Remarkable to think that at the exact halfway stage of the group stages, completed in Oakland, 15 of the 30 matches played, just 2 points separate the 6 sides. Freedom, who've never finished out of the top 3 in a regular season, are left with it all to do. 2 points for them, so important this evening. Ali Khan find some magic just to keep this game alive.
What I do love about this is everyone's won 2 games, I think. And Freedom, a powerhouse, so well run by that squad coaching staff, Ricky Ponting and the captain and the experience on that bench. But yeah, it's very important to win these games. But yeah, you need to start thinking about that run rate, Lenny. You need to think about outside the box. Can we win? Can we close this out quickly? Because that's going to pay dividends to the back end of this competition.
Particularly with Steve Smith out there as the captain, he's going to be completely and utterly aware of that and his team's current position, which is a position of jeopardy. On a selfish level for himself, he'd actually love some red ink to get his first big score of the season. Now, tomorrow we've got more action, just the one game, 6:30 p.m. It's going to be MI New York taking on the Seattle Orcas. We'll be live on air from 6:15 p.m. PST here at this brand new Knight Riders cricket ground. Marcus Stoinis, Nicholas Pooran, Jesse Singh, Rushila Garkar and Kyron Pollard. The Stars will be out in force here in LA tomorrow evening again.
See, that's kind of a slow pitch there. It was dug in. I think it was an on-speed delivery. Just stuck in the pitch, and it was well navigated by Chowdhury. Interesting the way he plays with his wrist. Very skillful. Where he puts the ball, opens the blade, closes the blade. Very skillful in his execution.
Just operating in singles at the moment, happy to knock it around. One surprise for me, Liam, I don't know your thoughts on this, but you pick a left arm spinner, batting 10 Karthik Kadapalli, he's not bowling given Sunil Narayan's figures.
Yeah, I think a couple of things. Maybe the seamers went well in the first innings, and also Narayan's the freak in the best way. he's different, right? He's completely different to a spinner. So maybe they're thinking Narayan's special, he knows what he needs to do. He bought 4 of us 2 for 25, and the seamers are hard to get away. You need to execute as a seamer, so potentially that's what they're thinking.
Oh, it wasn't a catchable height, but just to the left of Jason Holder. Van Schalkwijk's got a lot of work to do, and he won't be able to get there, nor will Trump as it races to the rope. Nicely timed by Chowdhury, but it was at a catchable height.
Yeah, definitely, that's what I was about to say. I think it was the timing. He didn't try to hit that too hard. Ali Khan, natural angle in, onto the pads. Beautiful, beautiful shot. It was going to go down leg side. Waits for it, clips it, elegant, 4 bits. Great shot.
Fully agree with what you say, that Sunil Narayan is, of course, different class. The best ever, the GOAT of spin bowling in the white ball game alongside Rashid Khan. Picking a left arm spinner, there's 2 right-handers at the crease. You've got to take a risk to win the game. I think Gadapalli should be given his go. 15 bowled, it's 96 for 3.
Yeah, I think so now. This looks kind of easy for the Freedom. Why not mix it up, give yourself a different angle, a different look, bring the spinner on. You never know, he might pick up a wicket. The pitch might react differently, might squeeze through, get an LB, get a ball. But yeah, Lenny, I think you're right. You've got to give him a ball.
Returning to the attack at the grandstand end for LKR, number 16, Shirley Fitzgerald.
Might not quite be the result that the home crowd will have wanted, but plenty of Freedom fans in too. They'll be very pleased. Just 13 to win. It's not going to be what you or I are discussing for the LA Knight Riders. It's a very happy-looking Ricky Ponting, finally the head coach. It'll be the return of Shadley Van Schalkwyk, a change of ends for him. Just wonder whether or not they'd have been better bringing on the left-arm spin. I know the game is most likely gone, but all the more reason to see what the left-arm spinner could get from the surface.
Ponting looks happy, mate. Either his winery is going really well back home, or his team are winning, which it is. It looks very easy right now. What's the bowling unit going to do here? There's only 12 runs required in 29, but what's the different look? How do you get wickets? How do you put pressure on? It should be a simple win, but at least do something different. Bring that spinner on. Can you bowl some slow ball bounces? Can you bowl some back of the hand? Back yourself to do something different and try and break this partnership. A couple of quick wickets, you never know.
Punched down the ground. I think Ricky Ponting will be happy for 2 reasons. The points, a slight return to form for Steve Smith. Also that bowling unit's efforts. Return of Ian Holland back into the side. I thought he was excellent. Just everything's gone their way. Sarah Netravalkar, stunning, 3 for 16. Superb, I thought. Great to see back in form. He's so important, not just for the Freedom, for USA too.
I think so. If there's something in the pitch, he's going to find it. He doesn't miss the seam. He doesn't really miss his spot. He's got his good execution with his cutters away from the right-hander, and he showed that today. It's probably the first time he's bowled really well. He's strung it together today. He struggled a little bit, or people went after him because they now know how he bowls. Previously, the first year or two, they'd not played against him, especially these superstars. But now they kind of know what he does. They can navigate him a little bit better. But today, he was on song.
I'll tell you something about the associate game, Liam, as you'll have learned coming across from England and applying your trade here in the United States. You've got to be able to play in all conditions, as a few fans making a few memories on a historic evening. One posted up pretty shortly, I'd imagine. If you play your trade in Cricket World Cup League 2, as all the American players do, like Shadley Van Schalkwyk, like Ali Khan, like Sarah Netravalkar, you've got to adjust to all conditions. That's powered into the leg side. Good stroke, and won't get to the rope. A tumbling stop from Andre Russell.
At this point of the game, it's kind of dead. like you think Freedom are going to win. So for me, Andre Russell out there, who has a few injuries, to run, to put his body on the line for the team, knowing that they're probably going to get defeated, is outstanding. It shows you his commitment to the cause, and that's what you want to see from your overseas, your best players, is that commitment, which gives the youngsters something to look up to.
Actually seen it from all 6 teams, haven't we? And it's been a consistent theme. Players at the latter end of their career, like Duplessis and Russell. Oh, got him chopped on. And a moment to savour on an evening possibly to forget for Shadley Van Schalkbeek. The result's not going to go their way, but he has a wicket next to his name, a clever change of pace. And Chowdhury chops it on.
Yeah, looked like a wide slow ball here. Looks like he's bowled a big off-cutter that didn't really get up, and that's a huge inside edge. Might have been a wide, missing the blue line there. But you're going to go after that if you're in and you're hitting the ball nicely. A huge chop on. Obviously, he'd be disappointed to get out like that. Nikhil Chowdhury goes to 15 off 12. Bowled by Van Schalkbeek. And Freedom are 102 for 4.
Hiru Malantha comes to the crease in one of those invidious positions as a batter. Really, the only good result is maybe not getting to face many balls with just 7 required to win. You could get out, but you can't really do an awful lot to impress the coaches. And of course, he hasn't batted yet this season. He only played the 1 game against the Unicorns, but didn't bat down in Oakland. How much did you used to hate coming in a position like this as a batsman?
Yeah, I mean, what you're going to get from it, I think you're going to get time at the crease. We're just seeing the wicket here. Big off-cutter, didn't bounce, and yeah, be very disappointed with the way he got out there. He was looking good. He was timing the ball really well on a wicket that wasn't actually coming on that nicely. Really wide. But you're going to try and put that away, especially in this position.
I think if I was being critical of the batting approach in the first innings, there wasn't an adjustment, was there? That's why it's made it all the more perplexing as to the Knight Riders winning the toss and choosing to bat first. Absolutely agreed with what Jason Holder said in terms of the square looking immaculate and the pitches looking really good. It's the first ever cricket on them, ever. You have to give your batters a chance to assess the conditions. I don't think they adapted particularly well.
It's tricky putting yourself in. I mean, sorry, you're going in there, what does the wicket look like? You're going to take a bit of time, and if one bounces a little bit, it's like, what do we do from here? For me, yeah, I probably would have bowled first. Wicket, you know, see what's in that pitch, if there's any demons, but it's not been too bad, to be honest with you. It's just a little bit slow, a little bit tennis ball bounce, and it will get better.
Fully agree with that, and I think for me, whilst it was never going to be a 180-200 evening, they easily could have got 140, 150, and that could have been quite competitive. Bit of a stubbornness, potentially a lack of adaptation. They also went in with a completely new batting lineup, didn't they? Great to see Trump given a go at 3. I thought he played pretty well. Jamar Hamilton brought into the side, given a chance at 4.
To your point earlier, Malantha, I think it's getting out to the crease and feel like I'm under pressure. The ball's coming on, I'm going to get a couple of singles, maybe put a boundary away. What do I get from it? Winning the game with the team, feeling bat on ball. Yeah, 4 not out.
Problem, that's the best case result. The worst case is a 3rd ball duck. Not for Hiru Malantha though, he gets off the mark. He's breathing a deep sigh of relief. You just want that red ink, which means not out next to your name in his position. Captain at the winning runs too.
Yeah, it's a bit different. I've been in this position many a times when you go in with not many to win. What are you going to get from it? I don't know, bat and ball, feel good. Bat with your captain. Your captain's going to look at you in the middle. Maybe impress your captain with your technique, mate. A perfect forward defence or a nice little cut shot might get you up the order the next game.
It's such a weird one, isn't it, when you come in? There was only 7 to win. Invariably, when this happens, particularly if you're a number 5, 6, or 7 batter, you often end up getting a good delivery, getting out. You might get dropped the next game. Next slip comes into place as Smith pulls that away. It's been a very measured innings, a clever innings from Steve Smith.
Professional, captain's knock. Also, the ball inside. You're going in as a Melantha. As a bowler, what are you looking to do here? Also, you're picking up wickets. What you're trying to do, for me, I guess if I'm in this position, I'm still trying to running hard. I'm still trying to smash a length. I'm still trying to hit someone in the head. I'm doing something that's getting me What am I going to get from it? I want to take someone's ball out. Whether I'm winning or losing, I'm going to pick up as many wickets as I can, and they're going to the dressing room disappointed, but know that I've given my all.
If you're watching and listening at home, that's the kind of attitude that brings you a World Cup winners medal and a fine 20-year professional career. Well played, Lahiru Melantha. Smith wants the second, and Melantha says it's okay, I'll keep the strike. 17 have been bowled, just 3 to go. 106 for 4.
Also, sometimes in this position, if I hadn't felt great in the previous games, I'm not saying Ali Khan hasn't, I might bowl a ball that make me click. So what that means, I guess, for people who don't know that, I might have struggled with rhythm, but me clicking might be giving that rhythm, which I can then take to the next 2 games, and I feel like my body's in a good place, the ball's coming out nicely, I can execute the slower ball. So that's what I'll be doing. Can I find that rhythm? Can I find that click that I'm going to take to the next game?
Well, just 3 to win, and it's very much like Freedom are going to cruise home. It's been a really good day for Steve Smith. He's played very nicely. Skalkvik will come in for a third. He'd love a second wicket next to his name. Helped away, and that'll be the winning moment. Lahiru Melantha's name will go into the record books as hitting the winning runs at the first ever game of cricket at this brand new Knight Riders cricket field. It's not the maiden outing here at their home venue that the men in purple would have wanted, as Washington Freedom have cruised home, dominating basically from ball 1 to win by 6 wickets on an unforgettable evening for American cricket, as the Freedom get themselves hauled off the bottom of the table. Steve Smith, Netravalkar, Holland the stars, as the Freedom take a big win.
Yeah, I think to your point as well, looking at run rate, they won here with nearly 3 overs to spare. Give them a little bit, you know. But I think Steve Smith did the right thing there. Very experienced. Obviously, his now it's one of the best in the world. Freedom bump up 2 spots. They've won. They've played 6, won 3, and some more points on the board. They'll be happy. Ricky Ponting and his men will walk away with a good victory tonight.
How tight that table is, it's truly remarkable. For the Knight Riders, it's going to be back to the drawing board in a big way. I think they were quiet at the races, maybe the occasion overawing them a touch. Nowhere near their best as Van Schalkbeek dug one into the surface, and Melantha, well, he'll have that moment. He'll always have hit the winning runs on the opening nights of cricket here, much to the delight of the Freedom bench. Special moment for Melantha and for all the Freedom. They're a very good side. They've not been at their best this season, but you can never rule them out. Might be finding a way back into playoff contention yet, much to the delight of Ricky Ponting.
I think that's another result there. We're just seeing Steve Smith being congratulated by the opposition, but the Knight Riders again have struggled in that batting lineup, have been under collapse, another low score. So there's something they're doing. Was the wicket as bad as, I don't think it was bad, but it was just hard to score because we just seen they won comfortably, maybe a 150 pitch. They'll be disappointed with the way they got out, but I think also batting first on this wicket, which you don't know nothing about, is probably not the best option.
Fully agree, and I think they did not assess the conditions well, and Steve Smith showed them exactly how to do that. Not often that you would strike at 91 in a T20 and say it was the perfect innings, but it's exactly what the situation required. 34 for Mark Chapman, who I thought played even more fluently than him. Chowdhury made 15, better than run a ball, and Lahiru Melantha, really special for him, hit the winning runs. 4 wickets fell, no doubt that Sunil Narayan was the standout of the bowlers with his 2 for 25 and a wicket apiece for Shadley Van Schalkbeek and Andre Russell, but not a huge amount to cheer for the Knight Riders. Okay, let's get down to Aman Patel, who's got Jason Holder alongside him.
Here with captain of the LA Knight Riders, Jason Holder. Jason, tough luck today with the game. I want to take you back to the toss. Won it, chose to bat. If you were to do it again, would you make the same decision?
Yeah, I can honestly say we probably misread the pitch today. Yeah, we weren't too sure, but it looked like a pretty decent surface, but didn't play as good as we thought.
In terms of you guys with the bat, what did you make of the surface while you were batting on it and when you were bowling on it?
Yeah, tough both phases, you know. Even they struggled to get the 100 odd runs. You know, it wasn't easy, and you know we just got to find a way.
In terms of the historic night that this is, didn't win it, but first game in LA, what was that like?
Yeah, good atmosphere. You know, the ground has a lot of potential. You know, I think in the coming days it'll get better and better. You know, hopefully we can see more people.
Tough luck today, and good luck the rest of the way, Jason.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Great to hear such an honest answer from Jason Holder, that it was indeed a misread of the conditions to win the toss and bat first. It'll be back to the drawing board for the Knight Riders. They'll have 2 more matches on their home ground in this LA leg. Freedom really outplayed the home side in all 3 departments to take a most comfortable win by 6 wickets. Let's look at the best of the second innings highlights, and after the solitary boundary for Mitchell Owen, it's all about Sonny on the Rhine. 2 moments of magic, one of the deliveries of the tournament, that one. And followed up with another beauty to Andreas Geuss to get the home fans cheering. But then Mark Chapman came to the crease, played really well, picked up the length very strongly, particularly good on that pull shot. 3 4s and a 6 for him. Steve Smith just really worked the ball around the ground.